are with Haunted Age, Journey to the West, Season 1, Episode 4. We are in July 2020, and to my left, we have Explain Why.
Nicole playing Sako with my monster Scroogle.
Tyler playing Jacqueline, better known as Lumberjane, and my monster... Cuddlefoot.
And Peter as the Shadow, and Teddy.
Perfect. I'm Devin, the GM, or whatever, referee, I don't know what we use anymore. And Mark and Kevin are unavailable today, so it's just the three of us, four of us. I don't count myself because I'm looking at you. So, who would like to recap what happened last session?
We went to a town that was flooded, and full of garbage. I was going to say watered and flooded at the same time. That's why I said flooded.
First on the way there, though, we encountered
Oh yeah, Katsudan.
Kusadon Spore.
Katsudan Spore.
And his Jabberwocky, who tried to hold our... Well, I guess they did hold our train hostage.
They held you hostage and robbed you. It actually happened.
Yes.
He robbed you a little.
Then we went to Port Crip Creek River.
Port Crick Creek River.
Yes.
With its 3 darns. Hydroelectric darns.
The bears were having a garbage strike.
Because the bears
there
pick
were
up
no more,
garbage.
Yes, because there were no more fish. And there were no more fish because the river was flooded. And the river...
And salty.
And also they thought that a Sasquatch was eating all the fish.
Your classic Chewbacca situation.
It wasn't anything. It was just a sad boy and his sad frog crying a literal river because people missed his birthday.
Yeah, it was great.
You ruined the entire ecosystem. You frog.
The frog was magic. It's water element.
So dangerous.
Yeah. Well, watch out, man.
So yeah, we helped.
Check your Google calendars. That was the moral of the story.
We helped the poor Sasquatch person. We helped the crying,
You mean
frog.
Slim Jim, the fugitive?
Yes.
Yeah, we helped a whole bunch of people.
You
Yeah.
did. You helped many people.
And we also got in some trainer fights, and now we have more trainers with us. We got some Atticus Finch and his Atticus dog, and we got Genome and the Dalion.
What?
Genome didn't come with.
No? I thought she wanted to.
She wants to, but she has
Fine.
she has a life, so she has to meet up with you later. But Atticus Finch will go on a monster adventure. He's old enough. He's 14. He's going to become the Grand Master.
I
You'll
thought
see.
that Ledalian was... Ledalian? Is that the
Yeah.
name? Okay. I thought that Ledalian was specifically coming because she had a younger sister who was going to get better than her
She's
and
not-
usurp her one day, and
Yeah.
she had to
She's
get
not
out
coming
of
right
the
away. She has a dojo and a school life and stuff.
big pond that she was in because
Yeah.
the little pond she's in because she's
Yeah, she's just not coming with you.
That's great. Let me finish my sentence.
No, it was wrong. I had to cut you off.
I cut you off every time you were wrong, Devin.
We'll be on this all day.
Honey, women speak 75% of the time. Men speak 4% of the time. There was a study about this. Good times. Oh God, coming at me hot. All right, I'm setting the Doom Pool to a safe, normal 2d6 for today.
Dun, dun, dun.
The next session I am going to set to I don't know, something good. It's going to be great.
3-12. You do something, you lose. And I'm not a Doom Pool.
Yeah, but yeah, so you got Atticus Finch and his dog, Atticus Dog, the gem dog, the diamond dog.
And
And Critter and Kayak as well, yes, from earlier.
but
And
Randall didn't come?
Who?
Sabra Randall.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know, you guys were supposed to write down who was coming on your sheet.
Well, like, I assumed you would keep track of it because you're the one that was making the decisions, and also I assumed Peter was taking notes because he does.
Fine, I'll add Sad Randall to the
To be fair,
roster.
if I had my computer, I would do it too, but I was just having a character sheet this game.
That's fine, having a character sheet is okay.
You can flip it around and write on it.
Yeah, like your roster
Like
of
a
NPCs.
barbarian?
A monster.
Like our forefathers.
Ugh.
Well, I mean, it would be great if we had some cue cards or something.
If only they didn't smear.
So good. Oh, look, these are terrible cue cards. Fucking crackers. Custom crackers. Alright, well, you're on the train before you guys arrive to Skyhook, or whatever that city's called. It's called Skyhook. Oh, shoot. Don't do that. No, you mother.
Did it delete everything?
I didn't delete everything. It just closed the window, and I told it not to do that.
Ha!
I explicitly asked it not to do what it did. Yes. The name of this episode is Skyhook, the space station that isn't.
Yay.
Previous episodes were Port Crick Creek, the flooded town, and... Oh, what, really? Okay. And Frostdale, the infected town.
That's
Also
little-
Ultron.
These little chips fit perfectly on those circles that are on the map. Like the fat circles. I guess they're supposed to be planets.
Planets?
They don't look like planets. They don't.
well, it's a cheating.
We have a Denny's placemat with planets on them, and Nicole stacking poker chips on the planets.
I bought that for you
visual
so long
context.
ago.
Yeah, it was one of the first things you got for us to soften up the dice rolls.
Yeah.
It worked out pretty great, actually.
Yeah.
Do you want it?
No, you can keep it.
Okay. We can give it to Tyler for his table.
That's okay.
And also this like silky, you know.
And we're back. So, fucker. Cusser. Alright, so Peter, you had a suggestion for how this session should start.
Well, we could do some board gaming. Why not? After all, like the Shadow and Lumberjane are what do you call those? Fate trainers?
I don't think she's in the school. She just happens to be lucky,
She
right?
just has luck magic.
Yeah. Like you're not in a particular.
What in the
school for it.
dojo, Lumberjane?
Oh no, I don't.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
don't
think
do
so.
dojos. But like, if I were to be filtered in one, that's the one I would be filtered into because I manipulate probability.
So maybe you should like train you properly so you could join in the dojo one day.
Yeah.
Also, Nicole's character does healing stuff and isn't part of a healing school.
Yes.
Mercy.
My reputation's trait statement for everyone.
Yeah.
Mercy is what the healing dojo is called. My trait statement for my reputation of being a street dog is anything Mercy can do, we can do better.
Yeah, you're not actually a bone saw, but that'd be a great into a dojo.
Yeah. I never went to
School?
a school because I figured they'd make you do school things there, so I didn't go.
Make your school things like wash yourself.
And, you know, math.
Yeah, exactly. The martial arts dojo's like, all right, we gotta do math, then we're gonna practice our Krav Maga.
Well, I don't know. It's called a school,
Right?
Maybe they're gonna try to make Scroogle like learn to read or some stupid stuff.
I just
like
imagine
that.
they're like
They're gonna
whipping
make him
him.
read medical textbooks or something.
Like there's math equations on the board and they're whipping him. They're like, we'll only stop whipping him if you can solve the math. And the math is like 1 + 1. You're like, fudge.
If only I learned my numbers.
Scroogle's like, oh, why? With his Muppet voice. Why are you letting them whip me? I thought you loved me. Andy Samberg would be the voice actor for Scroogle. Cool. And it's like, Scroogle, don't eat all that trash. Cool. I wasn't gonna. Oh, too much trash. Must stretch so can breathe.
I was, for the voice, more picturing Derek. Or
Derek?
Jason Mendoza. One of the two. Either Derek...
Adrian Mendoza or Adrian Pimento?
Yeah. Derek from The Good Place.
Yeah. Derek. Anyway,
So yeah,
board games.
So yeah, Shadow takes out his copy of some, Snakes and Ladders, Teddy's favorite game. Sets it up and okay, who wants to go first?
I'll take you on. Nothing like a good friendly match to build a rapport.
Yeah, friendly.
Oh God.
Sure, let's play a thing. How does this... You said something about this helps your monster be good. How does it make your monster be good for us to play board games?
Not with that board game, Kayak says from his corner where his monster's nesting.
Hey, Kayak!
Shoots ladders. Terrible game. Shoots ladders. Only have like 1 hour worth of enjoyment in it top. Kayak knows something you don't.
What does Kayak know? That
Old world secrets. Old world video games. And board games. Analog video games.
Acoustic video games.
Acoustic video games. Yes! Kayak knows them well. He ruffles around inside Mr. Smiles' like black ooziness goo, and he's just like smiling the whole time with his big dumb mouth. Tentacles
Wait,
writhing.
was that his or Lummox's sound?
Yeah, they're both kind of big dumb morons. And he brings out a large wood board game case, kind of like the Jumanji case, but it says just Settlers on it.
What are the pictures on it?
Just wood carvings of like boats and ships and like, I don't know, I assume windmills. I've never played.
I don't know what it is either. Like I know,
It's
you're,
Settlers
I know,
Settlers of Catan.
I know he's making a joke about Settlers Cook.
It's not even a joke.
I
He's just
don't
gonna
actually know that game. I don't
He's
know
going to
what
give you
it's
a more
about.
complicated game.
Well, what is the easier game?
This.
Oh, well then yeah, let's do that one.
This is. So easy even Jellicle can learn it.
Oh,
And get mad when they lose.
no one likes to lose.
They get unprofessional. So he will rudely push your snakes and ladder board off of whatever surface it was on because he's a rude kid, and he will slam down his big wooden box of whatever Settlers of Catan morphed into. It's a deluxe edition. It has all the extra modules they made into it. So he starts dragging over tables to set the boards up onto. You know, like Kingdom Death Monster, you have to have multiple tables for it.
Well,
We should make interesting. Best way to teach Fluck power. Perhaps friendly wager.
what are you suggesting?
Adults currently do maintenance on train, but adults offer favor if kids do chores. What if we were to offer to do chores, but the loser must do them?
You're almost spiking into
Countess.
yeah, Countess slash the chance.
Shadow Weaver also. Just almost, what if we did it? Like, I'm giving you an idea you had. Hmm?
This game looks complicated.
Looks can be deceiving.
What do the pieces look like?
I don't know.
They look like hexagonal tiles.
Yeah, there's like a tile holder everywhere, and like you put tiles down. There's like little houses and buildings and people and like boats. Guillotines in there somewhere.
Oh, this is a monster edition with that little, scribbles, whatever.
This is like those
Sheeps.
YouTube videos where Star Wars is described by someone who's never seen Star Wars.
There's like, I'm just gonna like pick up two like animal horses and make them like fight each other.
Well, I'm game. I'll play.
Alright, so this makes an
And-
actual thing.
Ooh.
I would like to invoke a complication
Alright,
with my Born Lucky power.
okay.
I cannot use Born Lucky against anyone I'm not antagonistic against. And since this is a friendly game, all of my luck works against me.
Gotcha.
So you turn that into a complication?
Yeah, it's a complication. So it's a D6 complication.
I guess like like an unlucky complications essentially.
Yeah. Called Bad Luck D6.
Alright. They also invoke my limit, where, Kayak has crossed, Teddy, so Teddy's up to no good. And I'll put that as a complication as a D8. Get a power point for that. Yeah.
Why is your limited D8? Probably because you powered up your power.
Yeah, exactly.
No, because like yours was like, oh, flip the power around, and so I just like to, okay, this is like the complication I get, and like they usually seem to be a D8, so like, oh, this is a fixed complication.
I think the ones for your limits, those complications, I think they actually do start at a D6, but we'll have to look that up later.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care. You're giving yourself a higher complication.
Yeah. Okay, who wants to open up?
Oh, look.
I Or
you go ahead.
Or no, yeah, if you want to make it like a contest between yourselves, that would make things interesting. You set the difficulty. You're going to be like, I'm going to win this game. Throw it down, Burrow.
Okay.
And then everyone else has to beat you.
Yeah.
Or someone has to, then that's the new...
Yeah. Go in a row until someone... Well,
so I guess this is kids.
Yeah.
And...
Clearly... No. This game is the world of adults.
Ooh,
That makes
we're
them more
adults.
powerful.
Oh no.
This is an adult game.
By her, I mean Lumberjane, not my character.
Yes.
Well, the audience can't see who I was pointing to.
And
Yes, we should name drop ourselves more.
Yeah.
Yes, we
school
should.
or survival?
School. This revolves around like actual skills you would have learned in a real world.
And I'm going to use my distinction against myself to make it 3d4.
Using your distinction against yourself drops it down from a D8 to a D4.
Right, it's challenging a trait that makes it times
Triple.
3. Okay, so I'm going to drop my distinction down to a D4. I'm going to drop Dirty Filthy Cheater to a D4 because I'm not cheating. I'm being friendly and playing nicely with everyone because this is just a cool, friendly game I'm having with my pals.
Yay! Let me know when you get
And then I'm going to
ones.
use my relationship with Cuddlefoot because he's helping me play.
Is this the Pollyanna song?
No, this is just the two-song theme from Earthbound.
I thought it was the girls' song for some reason.
I'm sure the leitmotifs are there.
So what do? Add these all together?
No, just
Just to
well,
two like normal.
pick which two are the number and which is the effect.
I'll make it an 18 with a D6.
Alright, who wants to try and beat that? And remember, you just say you're out and take a PowerPoint and then say how you lost.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna do that then.
Haha, you concede.
I get very confused right
Hour
away.
4.
Don't know what I'm. No, I get very confused right away. Don't know what I'm doing. Haven't been paying attention to the rules, and traded all my money for horse figurines because they were cute.
Perfect.
So I lost.
Perfect. You get a PowerPoint.
Yay.
Alright, who's up next?
Well, I guess I should try doing something here. Can I use my training because I'm using the fate favors or not?
You're cheating?
I mean, we're supposed to be training the fate favorite stuff. so-
Yeah, that's a great justification for it. Go for it.
Oh, I got a 1 on D6.
I'll buy it.
I can't beat an 18, so I guess I'm out here. The best I could do
Now, Tyler gets to describe how you're humiliated.
yep. Do it.
So you're using your power
Yep.
to try and manipulate the game.
Yep.
So I have already used my power against me, so I'm rolling terribly. And every time I roll the dice, you try and manipulate them. But since they're naturally ending up as 1s, Teddy keeps turning them into 6s.
That's why you're winning.
Perfect. Alright, now it's time for Kayak. I'm giving him a D10, a D8, and a D6. Go, Kayak. Go! That's pretty cussing terrible. Oh, I rolled a 1 on a D10. Anyone want to spend power points to activate it?
No. I'm waiting for something bigger.
Also,
Okay.
don't we activating it? Doesn't it just give us an?
It
gets
can
rid of
do a
complication.
variety of things.
Okay, so if I activate it, I turn my D6 complication into a D4, which lets me roll it
And
and get a
PowerPoint.
PowerPoint
And then
next
it
time.
vanishes.
Okay, so I will do that.
Spend your PowerPoint. Boop, boop, boop. You did it. Your luck is changing. All right, well, describe how you absolutely humiliate this two-colored-eyed toddler.
Can only one person activate it? Are they buying it, or is it just open?
Everyone can go. This is an opportunity for them to do stuff, right?
Write down the question thing to ask the guy.
Yeah.
That's a good
Because I
idea.
don't think it's Tyler didn't just buy the die from you. He just spent his PowerPoint
Yeah.
to use that.
That was my
opportunity.
understanding as well.
So
Yeah, I think
you should be able
every-
to do it too if you wanted.
No, but I'm waiting for 2 of them to come up so I can spend 1 PowerPoint to knock it down to 2 because I've got
That is a
D8.
good strategy, yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm losing power points here.
That makes sense.
Don't I have to roll against him first?
You have like 10.
No, Nicole.
Yes.
Sorry, but
You
he
cussing,
has
cuss.
10 cussing power points.
You cuss face, cuss you. I'm gonna cuss you in the cuss. Medium pace.
I mean, this whole, setup here was to get some more power points.
Yeah, he played the game to farm. And we could describe how Kayak totally loses.
Don't I have to roll against him first?
No.
Or does he just
No, he
lose?
failed to beat your thing.
Oh, he failed to beat my thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got nothing for him. It's too early in
Well,
the game.
what is he doing?
He is investing heavily in minerals and carceral slavery, and it's not paying off for him.
Okay.
However the game works, that's what he did.
Yeah, as anyone who's played Catan knows, if you invest too much in slavery, eventually you encounter a revolt in which your citizens rise up against you
They weren't-
and overthrow your...
Kayak's like, they weren't citizens at the time, but now I'm unpopular in the state.
And that leads to a vote of no confidence, which we all support, and it removes him from the island.
Perfect. Chancellor Valorum is kicked out. You did it. You defeated the how old is Kayak? The 8-year-old. He's so young.
Oh, good job, Cuddlefoot. You really know how to play this game. Who's the cutest little despot?
It's making cooing noises and like using his tail to flick Kayak's pieces off the board.
My Banana Republic.
All right. So did you beat Tyler?
No.
No.
Did no one beat him?
No.
Yeah, no.
You just win. You just win the game.
Yep.
Yeah,
Wow.
You did. Yeah. 4 hours later, you win.
You're right, Kayak. That was an easy game.
Yes. Very fun. Very good. Excellent when you get all the way to end. We all lost.
Well, except for Lumberjane. I guess she doesn't have to do anything.
Does Lumberjane pick one chore we all? I guess you pick 3 chores and get the credit from the adults for it, and then we do it.
Guys, it was just a friendly wager. We'll all pitch in together.
Yay, no consequences.
Only made the deal because I thought I could win.
Well, we're still going to do the chores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a friendly. What a friendly little day everyone had. You got bored immediately. It sucked.
Yeah.
It was-
Nerds.
I was playing with the little figurines. That's fine.
Like a good little sister.
There's a toot toot from the train, and that usually is when there's something cool to see. So if you guys stick your heads out the window,
Hereditary.
Hereditary, your head gets cut off. Hereditary. It's just like Hereditary, Morty. Crap. There is.
So you were saying that.
Fucking blood all on the train.
Cussing. We just cussing watched Hereditary. Anyway, there is what appears to be a large, impressive structure on the horizon, and it's giving off a spotlight effect. It's cylindrical, and it absolutely dominates kind of the vista that you're staring out at. It's a large cylinder broken up into sections with support cables on it, large bits of like big satellite shielding welded to it. It's built into the ground. There's a sort of construction facility around it that looks old and wired into it. It looks like if you imagined a space station built on Earth that never took off. That just people kept building onto it because they knew it would never go into space, so it's just become this big, awkward, uneven, structurally sound mega structure that's just terrestrial. Yeah, the PA comes on, you can hear Teller. Hey, if you look out, you can see the Skyhook.
What's a skyhook?
Go look into the sky. Is there a giant hook in the sky?
Nope.
Okay.
I changed Skyhook. I never went to space because it's just a lot with the way equators work, and Peter instructed me on how physics works.
So it's a sky dud.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just built on the ground. Surrounding it is a large sort of cylindrical shield, the interior of which is covered in focused and stretched mirrors and lenses, so it captures the sun's light in a funnel and hits the solar panels that were built all along its body, because it was built to be a solar station, so they still are harnessing that from the ground. But the exterior, they've like covered in like matte black and put a starscape on. They've tried to reduce the amount of light pollution this thing gives off to the area, because if they didn't, it would just shine super bright like the pyramids used to, as far as you could see. You know, probably mess up the local animals, blind birds, magnify glass entire forests.
No cuddlefoot, no sunbathing.
Yeah. So what they did is they basically built like a bowl around it, focused inward to capture sunlight, hit the arrays, intensify the power input it gets, and all that good stuff. Yeah, you're on tracks heading up into it. You eventually start going into the large sort of mega structure area of Skyhook Station. So there's like big boom arms over top of you, construction cranes that have long since rotted and like just become part of the land. Transformer towers, like those big, you know, like Jacob's Ladder style energy collectors that give off hums. Like, all your pets get that kind of feedback when you go, that are supernatural, they get that feedback when you start going under, like, the industrial parts, where, like, the charge is enough to kind of peak up whatever supernatural field they're tuned into. Eventually, there is a large sort of ground elevator going off on an angle. The train pulls up alongside a station connected to it, and people start coming out with, like, you know, overhead, like, drone cranes, start pulling stuff off the train and loading it into the elevator. Teller, Goat, and Frank, you know, are like, all right, we're gonna go up into the station to, you know, hang out. This is like a, I don't know, 2-3 day stopover. You all have ever been in a big city before?
Yeah, us adults are gonna head up there and hang out. So, you kids have fun.
Woo, unsupervised.
You all can come up.
Oh. I thought it was just gonna be us mature people.
No, it's you all ever been in a big city? Like a big city, like a 4-time city.
You've been in old Toronto.
Well, Toronto's gotten smaller. No, this is like one of the last big cities that you can kind of get to by train. That's because they built it all to the station.
I was promised there would be giant trees.
What? What?
One of you three told me there would be giant trees here.
Like he gestures to the...
Yeah, those redwoods, right?
What? Did I say that?
Someone of you did said that.
You used a metaphor,
Oh, did I?
and
I should have used a simile.
Maybe that semaphore wasn't the best one to use for the kid who doesn't know what a tree is.
I know what trees are. I know what trees are more than anybody. I lived inside of one most of the time.
He just points at the giant stations, like, or she, I don't remember which one is which anymore. It's like, you know, it's a giant tree almost.
Oh, buddy, those aren't trees. Those are big houses. Sometimes in the before times, they made houses, but instead of just being like 1 or 2 like sets of stairs, it was like a million. That's what that is.
Sure.
That's not a tree.
That's fine. You're right. I'm wrong.
That's disappointing.
I mean, there are giant trees. I was just trying to... It's not important. It's not. But yes, this is the Skyhook. It was supposed to be a space elevator. It never really got launched, but people live in it, and it has low latency time in the communications area.
Nice.
Yeah. It's like a way you can have like a phone call with people and stuff.
Okay.
Well, let's check out the neighborhood.
Yeah, so they'll oversee the train being loaded up with stuff, and they'll bring it to the station. There's like a little bus tram that'll take you to a different elevator, one for people. And yeah, it's this big. I keep using the word big, but this thing is massive compared to what you guys have seen. It's a superstructure. You know, you're used to like little fun village towns and like little side kind of cities, and this is something big and modern. It was bleeding edge when it was made.
I'm gonna try and act really unimpressed and make sure that everyone like realizes how not a big deal this is to me.
Perfect. So yeah, there is a service elevator that tourists and like people can take that'll bring them on up. There's clearly like, as you go up the elevator, they've made this way that you can see everything around you as you go up. So it's quite a height. You're going far, more than 500 meters at least. 500 meters is a lot, right?
Is there a back to the elevator that's not see-through?
Nope.
Is there a bottom to the
Freak out,
elevator
freak
that's
out.
not see-through?
Yes.
I'm gonna stand in the middle of the elevator and I'm not going on the elevator. I'm gonna stand in the middle of the elevator. It's just where I'm gonna be sitting there, like curled up into a ball, and have my guys all around me. Okay, guys, if it breaks, we all gotta catch each other. If we all catch each other, we should be okay.
Anyway, there's the elevator makes no sound and no like interference because it's all like reinforced and made of like dampening tech, like the materials it's been printed from. So it just silently glides up at an accelerating rate because it has to get you up there pretty quick. So it's like 15 minutes. Yeah, so it accelerates but cushions you, and eventually, boop, you're brought into the structure. And the structure is actually pretty big in this area. You're in the sort of communal part. Skyhook Station is made out of 3 sections: the red section, the green section, and the blue section. And you actually get a brief little intro video talking about it as you're going up the elevator, because it is quite a trip. So it talks about the Skyhook, how it's supposed to be a space elevator, never launched. They blow through it real quick, and like how people over the decades have like built tech onto it, turned it into a fun, entertaining, unique home where they do like experiments every once in a while. Like they'll shut down parts of it and like do like astronaut training to be like, you know, how long can people survive in this lockdown area? Or they have like prefabricated structures on the ground where they'll do like Mars astronaut isolation training and stuff, or they'll do soil experiments with growing crops and whatnot. So there's a lot of that in the video. It's not that interesting unless you're like a space nerd kid. It's broken into 3 zones. Red zone is the one closest to the ground. It's the industrial manufacturing area of the station. It takes care of the life support systems and building stuff. It has most of the makers in it, also the power generators, all the different ways it handles the station's vital functions. Then there is the blue zone, which is the residential area in the middle, where people live and all of the kind of normal community living places are, schools, whatever parks they've kind of built into there. They have pet fighting arenas, or that's not in the blue zone, that's in the green zone. My bad. But just being a person, that's that area. And then the top is the green zone, the social area, where your elevator is going to take you off at. Its top is actually open to space, and you're high enough up that you actually get a pretty nice kind of spacescape or like skyscape you don't usually see because of it being a really, really tall skyscraper sort of deal. So you're under a dome in the green zone. There's malls, shops, arcades, entertainment hubs, the communications array, so you could like talk in real time to people who have similar hubs set up. It's actually a way to collect mail if you have like mail addresses and need like quick uptime, that sort of thing. And yes, you are let off inside. The adults, they're here. They're like, so, do you guys probably want to go through orientation?
Wasn't this orientation?
That was a video? We're just going to go through orientation. I'm just going to decide for you, because I'm the adult here. Let's just go do that.
Yes, I've decided we're going to go through orientation.
So yeah, they all sit you down in a little tiny classroom, and like they give you a quick safety briefing, what not to do, what areas to avoid. They give you all little badges to wear on your shirt.
Does it look like a classroom?
It does. It's like a little room. There's little chairs in it. They're comfy. There's no desks. There's no test.
Okay, if there's no desks, then it doesn't look like a classroom. That's fine.
Yeah, they give you little badges to like let you know where to go. They warn you not to get into fights unless you're in an arena. The station's, it's not delicate, they say, but it's like people live here. Come on.
I don't wear the badge on my shirt. I wear it on my belt.
We're next to space. Don't punch a hole into space. Come on, guys.
Just be respectful. It's fine. They don't really have problems here.
Not yet.
And they set you loose. There's a active directory built into all of the panels that let you call up people who are locals. There's ways you can route like different trips around this place on the elevators and figure out where you want to go. This place is fairly modern, and there's people everywhere. This place is packed. There's thousands of people just walking the hallways, going through the various corridors. You can see pets everywhere. Like some of them are actually supernaturally advanced. Some of them are just normal animals. There's plenty of cats, birds, fishes, that sort of thing.
So that's a big pond. Yeah. Why are we going to Vila again if this is like, such a nice place?
Because they want us there.
So I'm saying that these people don't want us?
Well, they already have people, but Vila doesn't have people. So that's why they want us.
There's so many hats I could get here.
Hi!
Atticus says.
Atticus?
I'm gonna go get a space hat.
Do you mean like a whole
Full shebang.
red round?
I'll know what it is when I see it. Come on, Atticus, let's go. We'll get some hat on. Alright, Peter left. Alright, we're back. So, yeah. Kayak's here also. He's gonna also go check stuff out. All these characters have basically left the train and gone up into Kieran. You can hang out with them if you choose to, pardon me. What's up, Cole?
So, trainer fights?
Is that the first thing on your mind?
Yes.
Why would we want to do that?
I mean, I have to get the Elo rating up.
This is a pretty good place for it, too, because it actually has like a lot of communication uptime, so your legend will spread fast.
What's up?
But, would you rather, I don't know, build up some assets before you go into a trainer fight?
I don't know, what's your highest die in there, Devin?
Oh, right now I only have 3d6 in my Doom pool.
It's a d6.
Okay. Alright. So, yeah, okay, cool. So there's an arena in the green zone, which is where you were dropped off. So this place has arcades, there's malls everywhere, there's food courts, little shops. There's all sorts of things for people with hobbies.
Which none of us have.
Which none of you have. So, yeah, what do you want to do here in the green zone?
You want to fight, guys?
You said you wanted to fight guys.
I mean, yes, that's what I want to do. What do you want to do?
I don't know. That food looks pretty good. Probably have a bunch that I can just get. And not be this high into the sky. That's another thing I want to do. And then leave.
Exciting. Is the lowest level on the ground floor, or is it still up above?
None of the station is above ground. Like, it doesn't lift up into the sky. But the red area, the industrial part, is what's, like, stuck on the ground.
What do you mean none of it? What?
This station, this mega structure, is earthbound.
Oh, yeah, we know. Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's high up.
Yeah.
It is high. You
Yes.
are correct.
You made it sound like none of them were above
Okay.
ground
So, like,
level,
oh,
and I'm like, that makes no sense. You just said some of them were open to
Someone
space.
pulled up really cool and just like, a large,
Tunnel
well.
of space.
I mean, if you're on the bottom of the well, you could possibly see stars. So, yes.
So, what are your actions? What are we doing? What is this scene going to be set as?
Well, Lumberjane, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna keep you guys out of trouble.
You don't have to baby us everywhere.
Wouldn't have to if you would stop acting like babies.
What? When have we ever acted like babies?
Yeah.
Also,
I
Shadow is older than you, I think.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. It's hard to tell, especially
How
because
old are
you're
you?
flat.
I'm like 18.
Oh yeah, you're way older than me.
Well, I guess you're the more responsible one. I say I'll eat cotton candy.
Oh, you said that especially because you're more flat, because he has like the Vanta black
Yeah.
face mask and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
exactly. It's hard to tell what he looks like because he's just a shadow. So it's like I don't know. He's tall.
I'm not a lost kid.
He's not old, he's just tall.
Lanky.
When have I ever gotten in trouble? I've never gotten in trouble in my life. Ever.
Weren't you panicking about something when we were in that ghost town?
What? What?
Did you like eat something or something and you were kind of like,
Yes, I eat things every day.
Every day we eat. Oh shit, we watched, we watched something that you recommended to us, it was really good. We watched The Great Mouse Detective.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that movie was inexplicable.
It's really
great.
dark.
There's so much going on in that movie, there's a lot to unpack
Like
there.
the movie opens with basically her watching her dad get killed right in front of her.
Like, violently kidnapped by a bat monster. I remember being
Yeah.
scared of that when I was a kid, the bat.
I
In the
never-
baby carriage in the toy store?
Yeah.
I've never seen it before. Like, I hadn't never seen
I had
it.
the VHS. I watched it all the time. It always spooked me because I was a child.
No, it's good.
Right? And like he like Radigan's voiced by Vincent Price.
Mm-hmm.
And like he slaps Queen Victoria in the face in front of everyone, even though it's a robot. He like does it. It's like that's the queen as far as they're concerned. He just hoofs her in the mouth. It's like, I'm the queen's consort now. I'm banging this broad. You gotta listen to me. It attacks the poor to death. And it's like, what the hell is this? And in the background, there's clearly a similar Sherlock Holmes story going on. Like, you see Holmes going through the same stuff every once in a while. Like Moriarty has the same stupid plan.
It has layers.
Well, it's like that thing where we're talking about how the false image is found, the true image can be found in the false image. Like Basil of Baker Street living under Sherlock's house is like he's soaking up his detectiveness and it's making him a detective mouse.
I'm pretty sure that cat that eats people is Moriarty's cat.
Yeah, I thought that was the cat was supposed to be McCavity, Moriarty's little cat. And that's why Radigan's evil. Like, Radigan soaked up Moriarty's evil so the cat knows his master by the scent of his evilness.
You should take that interpretation to a forum.
Right? It's Plato's cave. Platonic ideals. Sherlock's the platonic ideal of a detective, and the mouse picked up from the background radiation from the cave fire.
That's how the caves work.
I mean, it's not a bad metaphor. It's cute. I use a lot of that in Exalted vs. WoD. Because, like, all the references I put in Exalted vs. WoD are now in the real world, which means, like, you know, the fact that all the chemicals look like Transformers, it's like, see? Because they're from thousands of years in the mythic past. It's like, see, the true image, the alchemicals, is represented in the false image, the Transformers references they were. Now it's a case of they created them.
Womp womp.
Yeah, it's like, I play around with that a bit.
Yep.
Anyway, what did you guys want to do? Great Mouse Test.
Well, if there's a mall, I want to go hang out at the mall.
There's a lot of mall here, and like not even a mall for stuff that gets fabricated or like handmade stuff, like a mall for old things that they don't make anymore. There's a lot of that around here.
I just want to talk to people and see people interesting.
See, interesting people are, you know, the trainers like us.
Yeah.
And where do they hang out?
Like, it's like, yeah, we can go to the fighting place if you want. I'm not going to fight,
That's fine.
but...
Alright.
Ever since I found out you always wear like a Vanta black mask, I picture every time you talk, it's just like move, 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 and we just know what you're saying.
No, it's like, you know, light cloth
It's a light material. Or like there's a wormhole on the side of your cheek, and it's just like he opens up a wormhole in front of you where you just see mouths
Well, it
moving.
could also be...
Like that, you know, all animations.
Not actually...
Rocky Horror.
It could also not actually just be like a face pull. It could be like a hood, and then he has an actual Vanta black painted mask on top, so it's not actually suffocating.
Or it could be the hood that has like the hood shield in front of it for mosquitoes. Kind of like a beekeeper's thing. Like it could be a lot of things. There could be a lot of ways we could cosplay this character.
I mean, it involves a unitard, so no one's going to.
No, but you wear like a trench coat over top of it and stuff. And like boots and
I
stuff.
look like a
I'm pretty sure that gets you arrested.
Right?
Well, like if I were to do costuming again, like for the Proto Man and Mega Man stuff, I would get like a black undersuit so I could wear it underneath the costume bits, and then I wouldn't have to like cover seams anymore for robot stuff. It's actually a smart idea. Anyway, you want to go to the arena first?
Yep.
All right. Well, all the kids are looking at the ranking board on the arena. The arena does have a rank board. There's like, you know, a few dozen people on there. And the person at the top is a kid named Fox, who is like a little kid with like weird glasses he's wearing, dressed up as a little man in black. Like he has a tiny suit on and there's like a badge, and he has a briefcase in his picture that he is handcuffed to. And his monster is Lil. And it looks like a pie plate silver UFO with two googly eyes on it and a pink bow. He has recently, you can see his ranking history, last year he was doing pretty okay for a kid his age. He's 10, you know, he was doing alright, up and comer, you know, his pet recently evolved and stuff. But in the last 3 months, he has a 100% victory rate.
It's depressing that at like 10 you're an up and comer, but at like 12 you're a has-been. That's really depressing.
You're not a has-been, it's just like, you know.
You've peaked.
You peak at around 18, 19 is when people say you've peaked. Like, you're now
That's sundown,
over 40.
maybe.
You've sundowned.
That's beyond.
That's retirement.
That's when there's no hope of a comeback. That's when people are like, yeah, they're just not going to do it from there. You know, like they could win a few tournaments, they're not. But we call those exceptions.
Their reflexes are being slow.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. Leaving Neverland, they call it.
Oh no.
When you finally lose the capacity to keep your pet as powered as they used to be, and they start to regress a bit, dim down a bit. So, do you want to challenge? There's a little you can put your info in and hit the challenge button. Do you want to challenge Fox?
Yes.
Bing bing. So there's a little thing, you see a symbol goes up on one of the arena screens. There's a call put out, and you get a little countdown on your phone or your digital device. There's an app for this place, and they give you a countdown when Fox will show up for the match.
Woo! Okay, I go to the arena and so on to...
Yeah, there's a guy there. He's part of the league, for Skyhook. Hey there, little buddy. You're the traingers, aren't you?
Yeah!
Yeah!
Yeah, you're the traingers from Toronto. I knew about you guys. I heard about it. You brought some stuff we were looking for, and we're giving you some things you need.
No, that's concerned us.
Yeah, I know. I'm making conversation. It's cool. You guys are traingers. So, what are your pets like? What are your powers and fun stuff like?
I have Taco, that's me, and Scroogle.
Scroogle, right? He mouths under his breath to hit AC 0. This guy looks he is probably about 70. He looks about early 60s, late 50s, just because people are taking better care of.
This is Scroogle. And he's gonna
he just stretches.
stretches.
Oh, man, that's a lot.
All the arms come out.
It's a lot. Oh, man.
Scroogle
You're a long Furby.
is the best healer.
What's his element? You guys use elements still? Is that a thing? That was a fad for a while.
Well, he can't be poisoned, and his bite is kind of poisony, but I think that's because he eats all the garbage.
So poison. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That sounds like a poison type.
Yeah, but he's a Healy. He's a Healy boy. And, also...
I guess all medicine's poison.
Yeah. Isn't that how needles work? They give you a little bit of the bad thing, and it gives you immunity to the big bad thing?
That's exactly how it works. I'm glad it's not a debate.
Hey.
When I was a kid.
And this is Paschetti. And this is everybody else.
Oh man, you have road friends. Little scrambling little horde of monsters.
One of the possum babies is possum skunk babies. What do I call them? Scotsums? One of the Scotsums is hanging from his pocket, reaching in with his claws, trying to take out his candies.
Oh hey, you want candy? He goes into his pocket and starts dropping candies on the ground for them. There you go, buddies. I keep candies around because
Everyone. And me. Swarm the candy.
It's like a pinata.
Got pinatas?
Yeah. You guys.
I'm Lumberjane. This is my pet, Cuddlefoot. He doesn't really like to get into conflicts.
Okay, gotcha. I got it.
And these are my Mogs. They follow me around.
Bark.
They take notes and orders.
Oh, those are little business buddies, right? I've seen those in old city rooms.
Yeah, they're very professional.
Yeah. I once found an old call center that used to be. You ever heard of this place called Zellers? It used to be a call center, and had a bunch of these guys living in it. They had headsets on. They were talking to each other. Someone set up this old first-person shooter game on it, and they were playing it and hiding. If I walked by, they'd hide the game and stuff. It was very cute. Someone was living in that place, setting it up for them.
And I'm Shadow, and this is my, dark type Teddy.
Dark type, that's cute. We actually have a kid like that I've seen around that has a dark type, yeah. What does Teddy do?
I see, warming yourself through portals.
Oh, space-time. Weird.
Yeah, he's more psychic than dark.
Slightly dark.
I don't know, it looks like a math element.
Could be.
Well, he knows math enough that he can fold math. Those are math holes. Like he gets a stick to like poke the edge of them. It's like, I don't know, it's weird. The edge of the portal.
It's math. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Poke.
I was gonna say that like numbers would fall out, but no. This isn't the magic school bus where they go on the frictionless textbook.
Or Dirk Gently.
Or Dirk Gently. Shapes flying out everywhere.
Yeah, we're here because Shadow is gonna beat up,
Fox.
Fox.
Oh, you're gonna challenge Fox?
Yeah.
Cool. Did you want to invest any Playcoins before we started?
Oh, but by the way, no. Just want to make sure I didn't mean I didn't mean that Shadow's gonna beat him up. I meant that their pets are gonna fight.
I picked up on it.
Yeah, this is a street fight, you know.
'Cause that's what I meant.
arena.
No, I'm not Slugworth or anything.
Not yet.
You're not.
Slugworth. It's like a little child rhyme about a man that tries to get you to go into like illegal fights. Just stay away from adults having that.
Okay.
Kumite. So, Playcoins?
Yeah, do you have any? Like, did anyone give you any or gift you any? You can invest them here for like arena benefits.
We
I
just
don't
got
know, look
here.
at the badge. Does it have any?
No. Alright, so here in Skyhook we have the Playcoin system. How it works is when kids, like monster trainers, you know, do deeds or do stuff for the community or like, you know, something special happens like their birthday or whatever or something, they get a Playcoin. And the Playcoins are good for league areas here. So like getting an advantage in the arena, you know, getting special preferential treatment from certain dojos or like fast tracking certain like you know, resources you can get here, that sort of thing. It's kind of a way for kids to like compete, but not to have fiat currency. Just our own little tiny fiat currency. It's fine. Fox is doing really good, so you might want to invest a few into the bank for your arena.
Maybe
How
we
would
should
you
find
use
some.
fiats for money? You
Don't
can't
worry
even put
about
them,
it.
You can't even put them in your pocket. They're whole cars.
Don't even worry about it. It's a whole thing.
Okay. What if you don't know when your birthday is?
Well, you just pick a day, and every time that day swaps by every year, you get a Playcoin.
Monday's my birthday.
All right. Good to know, buddy.
So now every time a Monday is happening, I get free money?
One Monday a year. There's a 365-day cooldown on the Playcoin generator.
Okay.
So whenever you pop it, that's when it starts. We know your birthdays that you entered with your fake or real IDs.
You're saying, Lumberjane?
Maybe we should get some Playcoins before you go after Fox.
I mean, you already challenged Fox. You can't blow it now.
Oh, because
Well,
I
when's
just
the
remember
countdown for?
last time you went in a little hot.
That's exactly what's going to happen every time you challenge. He's going to get rocked.
How long is for the countdown?
Like the next 5 minutes.
Oh.
Well,
Is there
time
a
to
way
steal some.
Is there a way to earn Playcoins really fast within the next 5 minutes?
That's not really how the system was envisioned, but he's like stamping his foot, thinking, there's 3 minutes left. I'm really wasting your time. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. You put me under too much pressure. I don't work well under pressure. I just want to go home and go under my covers now.
Well, I guess next time.
And Fox shows up. He waves at you. He's 10. He's dressed up as a tiny FBI agent or a man in black. He has like shades on, a little earpiece, briefcase that's like plastic handcuffed to his wrist. And the referee, you know, let's call him James. I was like, hey, Fox. And Fox is like, hello. Hello, are you guys challenging me?
Yep.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And he just puts the briefcase on the counter and opens it. I trust things are in order. It's empty. There's a little light bulb in it giving off light.
Well, there's the yellow light.
It's like a yellow light from Pulp Fiction. And the referee's like, yeah, no, we got your text message. It's all good. Just closes the case, puts it like on his side. Little UFO. Googly eyes, googling.
Hey, I can tell that one's a girl.
There's a little pink bow.
Just like Vexer, I can tell.
Oh yeah, Vexer had a little pink bow too.
Yeah, I can tell.
Good job.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not.
Oh, and he would be a boy then because he's wearing his little suits, right?
Yeah, all right, sure.
But no, because girls can wear suits too. See, I don't get how you tell.
So I guess we should take a pink bow and put it on Taco.
I don't need a bow. I know I'm a girl.
But
Fox
how
takes
about
out a pastry. It is a cup full of parfait, and he eats a bit out of it, and then Lil drops an empty parfait cup out of the saucer, and he pops the fresh one in. This is, oh, by the way, it's something that has always been part of this character, the parfait cup thing.
I remember.
Yeah, you bitch.
you cuss?
I know.
Hey,
Hi.
how do you fight?
Oh, Lil here has the Adora Ray. I trained her for it. It's like a charm beam.
Cool.
It's 18 gigajoules of electricity.
Oh, so it's an electricity beam, not a charming beam.
I mean, I think there's electricity in it, but like, it's adorable. It's just raw cuteness and like parfaits and sunlight and glitter and stars and gel pens and those dolphins you see on the covers of Old World Trapper Keepers. It's all of that in a beam, and it just cuts right through hulls. Sunflowers, temporary tattoos of whales, butterflies. We just condense it all down into her beam. Real focused.
Man, Teddy hates all of those. This will be a fight.
Alright, so I guess we should go to the arena.
Yep.
Cool. Alright, cool, let's go fight.
Woo!
When he smiles, he has like missing teeth in his mouth. He has like gap teeth.
I mean, that's his age.
Yeah.
Get them speaking out.
He's like, oh, by the way, referee guy. He's like, I'm James. We've met. It's like, oh, I lost another tooth. Here you go. He's like, oh, thank you for this. Just not even wrapped in anything. I will put it in the bag, and yeah, you've lost another tooth on your file. That's your 350th one. Have another Playcoin on your account. Good job.
Can I hit him in the face with my baseball bat?
Okay.
Go on.
I'll be right back.
You have to
No.
put it under your pillow.
No, he didn't have to.
It came out from under his pillow.
You don't know that.
Yes, his parents sent me a text ahead of time.
Okay, well, what if you don't have parents?
You have
Or
to
a
sleep
pillow.
on it a full night so you don't just rip it out in the middle of a fight. We institute this rule, and he looks at Fox for a reason.
Okay, but, okay. I'll wait till after the fight to go take out all my wiggly teeth.
So I guess we'll be going to some...
Little back alley dentistry.
Hey kids, you got any teeth? Let's fight for them.
No, I know exactly what to do. Don't worry, it'll be good.
James is like, no, please
We're
stop.
gonna have so many Playcoins, guys!
We tried to stop this problem.
We're gonna be so rich.
Except for a few
They shouldn't have been
outliers.
trading children's teeth for money. That's a
No, it's the
silly
Tooth
idea.
Fairy. It's magical.
It's not the Tooth Fairy if he gives it to you and you take it.
No, the
You're
tooth.
not a Tooth Fairy.
No, the Tooth
Are
Fairy
you a Tooth
leaves the
Fairy?
tooth. If we have a deal with the Tooth Fairy, where in exchange for the teeth, we hand them off and we give them a Playcoin.
Scabs.
Like, James, it's too late. The goblin brain's already working.
I know, right? Just
Too
in
late.
motion. It's like, no, please stop. Don't knock all your teeth out with baseball bats. We've
Especially,
been burned before.
it's actually especially alarming considering I just told him that my monster's really good at healing.
Yeah. Look, just some kids have more teeth than others. James, the Fox seems to be one of those kids. Just move on.
Shark boy. Not really a question anyways. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, please, God. Anyway, for James, I'm giving him 2d12 in his dice pool to represent the asset from his Playcoins allowing him to play to win.
Oh no.
So yeah, he punches into the arena console. He gets his perfect sort of arena asset for him. You don't get anything.
Sounds good.
No coin toss. He bought his way to a winning coin toss.
Nice.
So yeah. You guys are up into your arena bits. There are always people watching, always people excited to see what happens. And what do we got? Yeah, they do a presentation, they announce you. You know, we have the Tranger with his Dark Dragon, his Mystery Dragon. We have Fox with his Invader, Lil. So he's like, alright people, let's go! Have a good, clean fight. The arena starts to morph, and the bottom of the arena drops out super low into the ground, like triple its normal, height, basically. And leaves like jumping pillars everywhere.
Very useful for flying types.
Alright, I will roll for Fox.
Okay.
Oh, this one out of the tray. Woo! 18.
Cool.
So Invader flies into the center of the arena, goes straight up. You see the parfait cup charge and like start to get emptier and emptier as it feeds up into Lil. And the entire underside opens up into a satellite dish with, like, moving orbs inside of them. And she starts charging for a beam that is several times larger than her, that starts from under her, and it's going to go down like a game over screen in a video game. It's going to fill the whole arena with laser.
Neat.
So Lil starts to fill the entire arena's volume with laser. Go, Lil, Adore Ray!
Oh no.
Ooh, really? What do we have here?
Okay. Also the effect, one of the d6 you want?
The effect die is a d12.
Do you want the D6? Because he just rolled a 1?
I will buy it from you, yes. Boop, boop.
What's up?
You gotta give me more dice than d6s.
Okay, so I'll spend 2 power points to add 2 more dice and make this a 20 with d12. And I'll activate my power of precognition to remove your highest rolling die from next roll.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart. Alright, so what does your dragon do? How does he get away from the Adora Ray? Wow, wow, wow. It's like erasing those pillars as it goes down. It's like a Minecraft cart, like digging tool. It's clearing out everything.
So seeing that, it seems to be parfait power, and just, Teddy opens a portal inside of the cup to get all the noodles out, and that disrupts it like, oh no, my stuff is getting stolen.
Oh no, you poached the pastry from the parfait-powered pod person.
Power cell.
Power cell.
They just starts eating those noodles and locks eyes.
Eating those noodles?
I mean, the parfait thing.
The parfait's not noodles.
Oh.
It's a angel food cake with berries and yogurt and icing on top of it in a juice cup, like in a little fruit cup.
He's eating that, just looking eyes. I'm eating your stuff.
Yeah, it's a Quentin Tarantino move. People who eat other people's foods are the alphas, because Quentin's a hack. Don't tell his fans I said that. Okay, the ray powers down, and Lil's underside folds up. The empty cup ejects, and a new one pops up from the top of her dish, and a little arm slots a new one in, and it's starting to consume it and charge up again. So Lil is going to... Where are you? Did you teleport out of the way, or did you just depower before it get to you?
Yeah, depower it before it got to me.
Lil's gonna free fall drop down, way further into the arena, near where you are, angle it towards you, and power up for a point-blank shotgun blast.
Do it.
She's gonna win for murder! What did she have to beat on you?
20 with a d12, and you're losing your highest rolling die.
So I had 2 dice that rolled 10s. Okay. I will throw out my highest rolling die. So I only have an 18. I'll spend. Got another die in. So 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24 on a d8. Point blank Adora Ray.
Okay, let's see.
You know what? I'm going to retcon what happened. He's going to hit a button on the console, and a parfait cup will just drop from the ceiling into Lil's things. For 1 play coin, reload. There it is. That's what you do.
Okay. Let's see. No ones. So how much did you roll?
A 18, 19, 20, 22, 24.
24. Okay, I will spend 2 power points to make this a 28 with a d10. And activate the power again to take it out. So Yeah, as you're shooting point blank, Teddy is just, going to, phase through his portal and appear on the other side, because you're completely missing it, and start, squiggling with its, googly eyes, just start messing it up.
Right? Playing around with it.
Yeah.
That's alright, Lil. Just turn around and try again. The beam hits the side of the arena, and, the arena has, negators, things that can absorb, shock absorbers, basically, that are just trying to soak up the damage before it spills over anywhere.
Okay.
What was the number I have to beat?
28.
28. That is a nightmare.
Yep.
Let's see if she can pull that off.
Doesn't he remove his highest die first?
No, highest roll, the
highest rolling number. It's much better than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a 12 and a d12 just now, and I'm about to lose that.
Yeah, I've asked on the Discord, is this how it's supposed to work? Yes.
That
Very
is
powerful.
rough.
It is powerful. I can't make a 28 even if I spend every single die in my pool. So you win! Huzzah! There's several blasts that go off, and Lil basically runs out of charges. What are you gonna do to win? How do you narrate the victory?
I guess, I'll have, Teddy just start riding her, calling by the googly eyes, and, just blasting enough until it starts running out of power, and then, once another recharge, and he just, negates and throws it out of the arena, and just, powers down.
Alright, so you basically wear her out.
Yep.
Alright, Lil will eventually just get super tired and stop, and everyone will kind of be super happy because you won. That was cool. That was a furious fight where it was just nothing but light shows and teleporting.
And I blasted through half of my PowerPoint, so this is why I have them.
It's for
These fights.
Oh god. So yeah, people are cheering, there's clapping, you go up in ranking relative to this area. Yeah. People are just super jazzed about that. Fox shows up, you did great, that was a good fight.
Yeah, that was quite nice. Sorry to be your first loss in a while.
No, it's good, it's cool. You're the traingers, right?
Yeah.
That's a fun fight.
Do you want to go with us in the future? Because we're heading towards Villa.
Oh, Villa's all about space stuff. And you're
the truth is out there!
Yeah, you're
in
a
Villa!
Space boy.
They need more traingers.
More traingers. I could tell my uncle I could just leave. Yeah. I have a sister that lives in Villa, so I'll live with her.
Cool.
That's easy.
I keep telling people she's abducted by aliens. Yeah. Alright, cool. I'll go talk to my uncle.
We're really, brain draining all the cities we come
I don't
across.
know. Maybe he should have picked recruiter as one of his distinctions.
Right? Sucking all of my dice out of my pool.
Okay.
Will just kind of floats on merrily, super happy. She's so great. I can't believe Michael's gonna throw her out. She was a fake up I didn't eat. No, it was cool. It started floating and giving off lights, and then eventually I got her a pie dish to live in, and then eventually we got her a better body.
Probably best he didn't eat her.
Yeah, she's my friend.
The forbidden snack.
Can I hug her?
Yeah, she
How
loves
big
being
How
hugged.
big is she?
She's like this.
Okay. I'm gonna hug her. I'm gonna put my legs on top of the flying saucer part to see if she'll fly me.
Yeah, she can totally support your weight.
I'm gonna stand up on the flying part and play with her like one of those games that you have when you're a kid.
Roller
It was
rocker.
a ball. With
Yeah,
like that.
You're T-posing on everyone around you.
Oh no, she started flying, she was starting getting mad with power now.
Megatron.
I reject gravity!
If I had to say what her element was, they keep saying it's gravity-based, but I'm pretty sure it's cute-atopes.
Plutonium?
Yeah, something like that.
Chemical X.
Pretty much. Chemical X.
That's what made the cute girls.
Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
Huh.
There was a show.
Chemical X.
Their science dad was like, I'm sad because I don't have kids, I guess. and then he threw a bunch of stuff in a pot and made 3 daughters.
He specifically threw in sugar, spice, everything nice, and then a dash of chemical.
Yeah, see?
Wait,
So you're...
so is that implying that sugar and spice are not everything nice because they're excluded from the set?
Yes.
I guess. So sugar...
Well,
Sugar
maybe
gives
there
you
was
sugar
more.
scenes.
Or maybe there was more sugar and spice in the everything nice.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe you just
Think about
needed,
it. You
needed
could
more
add
portions of
water
sugar.
and then iced tea to a pitcher, but that doesn't mean that water is not part of the iced tea.
So the everything nice is like the transfer medium for the sugar and spice?
I think we're overthinking this.
You say, just floating on the UFO. The school's just like, no!
I'm gonna jump down and hold on to her brim when I jump down, so that she's gonna spin. Whee!
Oh yeah, she loves playing like that. She's anti-gravity, not flight. So like it's just like water for her. No, Peter left. God damn it! Oh wait, hey, if I go, are Playcoins transferable? I have a lot here.
Oh yeah, I know what we gotta do.
What?
Do you want me to wait until Shadow gets back? I guess from the bathroom. He just ran away. I don't know what happened.
Top speed, arms behind, arms at his sides like Naruto.
Naruto run.
He won, so it's not like he's running away.
He's gonna
from
go.
Sad. Okay, I know what we gotta do,
Yes?
but
Are there a lot of Playcoins?
I'm not telling Fox because he already has a lot of Playcoins.
You want to beat him out of him?
Like Mario, like a coin block.
Like a Sonic.
I get him for all the teeth I bring in.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what we're gonna do, because
What do you get on the teeth?
Under my pillow.
Other people's pillows?
No, just my pillow in my room.
Who puts it there?
The Tooth Fairy puts it there. That's what he does.
That's not how it works.
Are
I'm
you
pretty
putting
sure
things in?
you lose teeth.
Yeah,
and
I've
then
lost teeth, and there are
you
teeth
put
in
them
everything.
under your pillow.
Yeah, but sometimes, you know, what? Okay, you're asleep and your tooth falls out. The Tooth Fairy's gonna put it under your pillow, like, hey, bud, you lost a tooth.
No.
So you don't choke on it.
No.
Yeah, that's what my mom said. Uncle, because I said he had an uncle, not parents.
now I'm just picturing.
No, that's
his-
what his mom said.
Now I'm just-
I'm
now
gonna,
I'm just picturing
he's
his
a little
parents.
shorter because he's like 14.
He's
So I'm
10.
gonna, he's 10. I'm gonna crouch. I'm gonna get real close to him. I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and go, Fox, your mother is a liar.
Crushes dreams.
Well, adults tell tales, but I'd be able to corroborate this one with evidence.
Well, maybe what's actually happening is that his mom is going around punching out people's teeth and then sneaking them under his pillow so that her kid can be
No,
rich.
she's
Let's
in Vila.
investigate.
But first, what I want to do is I want to go talk to Kayak.
Hey, Kayak!
Alright, over there in a nearby dumpster, Kayak crawls out. Yes?
Hi.
Yeah,
Have you heard of Playcoins?
Playcoins. Well, for one Playcoin, I can tell you more.
I don't have any Playcoins, but I'm going to tell
Bum
you
rap, I have
something.
2.
I'm going to tell you something. They will give me teeth, and I can return a portion of it as profits.
What do I get out of including you in this? Because I can get me teeth for more Playcoins.
I didn't mention the teeth yet.
You said bring me teeth.
Oh, I did.
You played yourself, Taco!
He starts laughing like that Tom and Jerry gif of Tom laughing as he shuts the door as he crawls back into the garbage and the lid goes down on him.
Wait, you don't know what you have to do?
And then Taco says, hey, you lumberjane, bring your bat over.
You don't know what you have to do with the teeth, though.
Yes, I do. You don't know what you have to do with the teeth.
Just work with me.
I'm working with you, but you don't know what to do with the teeth.
Where's Mr. Smiles?
Mr. Smiles is like right there beside the garbage can looking at you.
Oh, hi, Mr. Smiles. I didn't see you there.
Uh
I'm just gonna do this, okay? I'm gonna reach inside Mr. Smiles.
huh.
I'm gonna grab his teeth,
Sure.
as many as I can with both
Sure.
my hands.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take them out of Mr. Smiles.
Okay, he lets it happen.
Teeth.
Da da da
He
da!
just have fistfuls of viper teeth.
I did it! I'm gonna run away, and I'm gonna go into the lobby of the arena match, and I'm gonna
throw him on the ground.
No, I'm gonna go into the arena and I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm going to sleep now. I'm gonna put them under Scroogle. Okay, don't eat these. Don't anyone eat these. And then I'm gonna.
He's like sniffing it.
Don't eat them. I'm gonna put them under Scroogle, and then I'm gonna curl up and put my head down on Scroogle like he's a pillow, and.
James is like there watching, like he's just standing there.
I told you, Goblin Brain.
And I'm just gonna stay there until he tells me I can get up and I can get money for it.
Well, that'll never happen, so I guess you die.
And the taunting goes down to 2.
Right? Anyway, you both get messages on your little, whatever devices you have that get messages, because you're connected to the Wi-Fi here.
Okay.
Bonk.
Yeah, there's a communication hub where you can receive them. They're like big video messages and stuff.
Yeah.
Like letters from home type deal.
Oh.
Okay.
So you can choose to do with that what you will.
Watch
Right.
it.
You want to go see it?
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Perfect. There's a communication area where you can like sit down in a booth and you're just sleeping on the floor, right? Do you want to go with your friends?
Oh no, I go wake her up.
Oh, okay, you're woken up.
I'm supposed to sleep the whole day so that I can get money.
Oh, hun.
So we need to clarify a few things. You only get teeth that are your teeth that fall out that go under your pillow.
That tooth wasn't James's tooth. You took it in your
That's
hand.
right.
It
It's
was this
not
big.
my tooth.
No.
I'm James.
It
You're
wasn't.
right. It wasn't
Fox's.
mine.
No! It wasn't Fox's. It wasn't Fox's teeth. You took it in your hand. It was like this big. It was as big as his whole face. That's not Fox's tooth.
It only looked big because it was far away, and that's what my hand looked like.
You
No!
got tiny
It's just
hands.
perspective. I just have tiny orange hands.
You do not have tiny hands. Tiny little baby hands that even toddlers' teeth looks like giants' teeth.
Quick, Taco, snap those teeth into your mouth, and therefore they'll be yours.
All right, look. He like gets down on one knee with his hand on your shoulder. I know you're really excited with the Playcoins. There's different ways you can get them, and he will just
Pick up the teeth and put them in my mouth.
No.
Into the holes in my gaps in my teeth.
No. He's like, look. He like taps on one of your like sides. You see that guy's wiggly? It's gonna come out. And he'll like pop it out.
I'm gonna deck him.
All right, well, you're a toddler. He's fine.
Yeah. I'm like, ah!
See, look. Put this under your pillow tonight in your sleeping quarters, and bring it tomorrow for a Playcoin. Also, there's like a lot of erosion cavities. Is that milk?
There's no erosion or cavities. There's no cavities in my teeth.
Just all the damage you do to them.
We left McCavity back in the last city.
Gives you the tooth.
You're a liar, James.
No,
I'll never trust a single thing you say again.
You never trust any adult.
No, please stop. It's just a reasonable
I'll
system.
never trust again! And I'm gonna run out of the room.
Oh my god. No, it's a system. We're working on it. We're working out the bugs, okay? There are loopholes. It was fun. It's just supposed to be fun. 330 teeth a day. I don't know what's happening in my life.
Teeth.
The DNA scan is his.
I'll go back to Kayak and be like, hey Kayak, it didn't work. You can have these back. We'll give them back.
He'll like take
Mr.
them.
Smiles' teeth.
He'll put them back in Mr. Smiles.
Yeah.
But they're like money to him, so he had money just for someone else. And trade them with Kayak.
You have your tooth, though, that you can sleep under your pillow for a Playcoin.
Yep.
Are you gonna do that?
Yep.
Alright.
Hey,
Okay, so you're on the communication hub.
Move on.
Alright, so you guys have messages from your parents if you're still talking to them, or your siblings if you're still talking to them, or like your friends and family if you're still talking to them. I have to preface that because "You're Not My Dad" is a thing with this group. So, yeah, care packages from home, videos, life events, updates, how things are going, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you guys get a message from, what was her name? Oh, from Genome. Genome sent you a message.
Rolling eyes. You have to narrate.
Right. I scoff and open it.
It's a video. It's like a quick little message, be like, "Hey, when you get this, try to set up a video talk with me or whatever."
I send her a snap.
Perfect. So you get a response. Video thing call kicks in, and hey, ooh, Genome. Hey,
Tyler's like, I see Devin doesn't know what a snap is.
like a Snapchat. I just.
Hey, Genome, how are you doing?
I got a little message saying that you guys were in Skyhook. I have friends who hang out there and stuff, and they totally sent me something along the wire. I meant to let you guys know, this isn't my fault, by the way, but I have an older sister, and she was asking me why my ranking went down in town, and I didn't rat you out, but she found out on her own. She's like that. So she said she's coming after you for revenge. She's like that. Keep an eye out on it. She's kind of a bad kid.
Am I here now, or?
Yes, you've always been here.
Okay.
Can I spend a power point? Or can I create a D8 complication to gain a power point?
Sure, what's the complication?
She doesn't have an older sister, she has an older brother, and he's a bad kid.
Sure.
I have a thing for bad kids.
Sure.
Awesome. D8 complication, budding crush.
There it is. Yeah.
What's the old man's name?
So his name's Thymine, and I don't really know what his pet does anymore, but yeah, he's not really welcome in town.
Oh.
He used to be part of the dojo before he kind of went off the deep end.
Which dojo?
Like our family dojo, but he just stopped doing that and said that, like, defense and stuff, it wasn't his style.
Okay. What is his name?
Thymine.
Oh, right, you already said that. Is that... Okay. I don't think I have any other questions. What does he look like? What does this monster look like last time you saw him?
It was like a raven.
A raven? That's so raven. Is he psychic?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while. His pet would change. He'd, like, train with it differently and change it. He'd go to weird places you're not supposed to go, like the bottoms of, like, cliffs where they had geodes, or, like, old arrays of, like, power stations and stuff. He'd go to weird places and train it.
Cool. So does he just look like a boy version of you?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
He wears disguises.
Okay. Well, good to know that a mysterious stranger's coming after our friend. That's good to know. Thank you for letting us know. Also, your hair looks good.
Thank you. I appreciate the compliment.
Tell
Oh, you want to speak to Ladallian? He's
Ladallian.
like... She like moves the camera to show
I thought her
Ladallian, who's
name-
in the room.
I thought
Like
her
she
name
has,
was Ladallian for some reason.
like Genome has her room with like there's like a bunch of like like training like martial arts stuff on there, but those are like a fair amount of girl stuff, like girl aspected bug show stuff with like cute eyes and ladybugs and stuff on them. There's like tanks, like Animal Crossing style of like beetles everywhere in her room.
Tarantulas.
Yeah, tarantulas, beetles, scorpions, stuff. Bugs. She's a bug kid.
Oh, you have so many friends.
I like collecting them and giving them habitats. Ladallian's there, and he's just like going up to the camera, looking at it, like bonking it with his eye.
Hi, Ladallian.
I told you, they're not there. They're not actually there. You can't, okay, it's okay, buddy. Too many blows to the head today.
That's hard style for you.
Sometimes he can be a little vacant.
Well, that's because you train them just to be strong like this, not strong like this in your head.
Oh no, I make sure his head's tough. That's not a concern. Anyway, just thought I'd give you that heads up. Be on the lookout for a surprise attack from a stranger.
I'm gonna as soon as she says that, I'm gonna look around all dramatically because that'd be the perfect time for the surprise attack to happen.
It's not how it works.
Well, yeah, unless you want to do some small talk. You guys ever play Catan?
I'm just texting.
We did play Settlers. It was really boring, and Lumberjane won, and Kayak wanted us to play it really bad, but didn't seem to know how to play anyways. And the horses were cute though.
Got the horse edition, eh? Huh, interesting. Well, that's great. That's a good story.
Mm-hmm.
Things are good here.
Yay!
Goodbye. I'm gonna hang up now.
Bye,
we're
we
on
need to
the
go get some
train.
children's tea.
I don't know how to do small talk.
Neither do we.
I don't know how to do small talk, and then it hangs up.
Yeah. I'm out.
Okay.
Yeah, parfait. That's a picture of a pastry.
Okay, well, there's a mysterious stranger that's looking to come beat you up, and, well, maybe not. Maybe just Cuddlefoot. I don't know. Maybe you too, though. I don't know.
Well, it sounds like they're getting beating.
Yeah, my eyes go wide. If anyone comes for Cuddlefoot, they're gonna get a beating.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't know how bad of a kid her brother is. Maybe he's, like worse than, like, a Katsudan. Katsudan's a pretty bad kid.
I'm sure when he shows up, I'll be able to handle him.
I mean, it's just Katsuon Spore, not Neelix Katsuon.
What?
It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
Neelix.
Also, that,
Yes, Taco?
no.
Anyway,
Yeah.
let's just move along from whatever that was. Yeah, so that's all that goes on in the communication hub. Unless you want to talk to your friends or family, bring up anyone from your past to talk to you two.
We're bad at small talk.
Okay, perfect. There's an APB also in here now that you're in the communication hub that is an all-points safety bulletin going out.
Ooh.
So, do you need to go to the washroom? Is that what you're
Yeah.
here for? Okay, well, let's pause and then you can come back. Yes, an all-points bulletin comes up in the communication hub, warning people to be aware that the remaining Canadian provinces' asylum for the criminally unwell has lost an inmate or two.
Sounds like timing.
Do they give pictures?
There are two profiles that they put out. One is for, oh shoot, now I've forgotten everything I was about to say as soon as you sat down. Perfect. Yes. A mayhem officer broke out of her facility,
Oh, goodness.
which is why this is all points bulletin here. For context, mayhem officers was a sort of special police force they made in the bad old days, Mayhem Activities Division, or MAD, to deal with pet monsters. That was back when they sanctioned taking them and running them through old terraforming tech to de-sequence them back to normal and strip away everything that made them intelligent and unique, leaving you with a pet that was basically a hamster that couldn't change anymore, or a rat, or just a single-celled kind of glob. They were awful and horrible, and the police force was eventually disbanded when the world changed. There's still pockets of bad old days places around the world where mayhem divisions are still running, but most of them were shut down and their technology mothballed. Some of them stole their tech or bought it surplus at auction and just travel the world to good old day towns and try to sell their services to the mayors and stuff to capture kids' pets and get rid of them. They're bounty hunters for pets. They kill your pet. They're the worst type of adult you could run into because they get rid of your pet for no good reason, because they aren't the cause of a problem, for fun and for their hobby. Anyway, the picture is of a slender woman with a big smile on her face holding her placard that says Jane Doe on it, and she is in a black suit with a red tie and red underclothes on it. And she's just holding her sign, smiling, black eye in the picture. The next picture is a person silhouette with a question mark on it that says Officer Scrubbers. So a mayhem officer, Jane Doe, and her partner, Scrubbers, have broken out of their incarceration facility. For whatever degree, Canada still has a government and still has the ability to manage reform and stuff. There are facilities for people like her, and she is free now.
Well, at least we know that that's not
Finding.
Genome's brother.
I hope that's not Gino's brother.
Gino's
the other
brother would
one?
have to be old as balls to be a mayhem officer. Mayhem officers were not middle-aged, but they were in their 40s and 30s like 2 generations ago.
Wait,
Well-
so is the lady old?
In the picture, she looks older. It's hard to tell because you're kids, but she is probably like 50.
Well, we don't know Gino's parents. Maybe they're super old.
Whatever.
A lot of the kids and a lot of the adults look super nervous when they start seeing that. Like that's something shocking to them.
It seems more like something you should be worried about, Shadow.
I mean, everyone should be, right?
Mayhem doesn't discriminate. Madmen can't be reasoned with.
Well, if it comes to that, I guess I'll have to bail.
Yeah, you should all run. Mayhem officers are one of the 2 biggest threats in this game you'll ever encounter. They're actively looking to like ruin your life.
What's the other threat?
Kids that go really bad and their go really bad.
Monster.
Monsters, shoot! What time index was that? 91. Sure. Ugh. So yeah, those are the 2 major news events. Now we're building assets.
So I rolled first to get some Playcoins and hustled a little bit out of them.
Yeah, a kid sees that you won and you stops. It's like, hey, you're the kid that beat Fox, right?
That's right.
They like tap on their device or whatever, and it's like, yeah, cool, you're cool, and he walks off. Your
Thanks.
account has boop, Playcoin.
Huzzah. And forward them to Lumberjane for whatever nefarious thing
You get a
she
little
wants
pop
to
up
do.
in your account. Boop, boop.
Oh, thanks, Shadow.
You're welcome. We're a team. So what do you want to buy in this mall here?
I was thinking of picking up some personal defense items.
Oh. Okay. I don't know. Nothing about that.
So I'll start journeying towards the antique section.
Sure, there is a shop. There's an older man there. He's in his 90s. Physically, he looks like he's probably 70-ish. But he's in his 90s. He is wearing black and white sweatpants that has a gold dragon along the white part where it buttons up. He is wearing a Hawaiian shirt full of surfers on it. He has a seashell necklace, 1 pierced gold earring. He's wearing Venetian blind glasses. He is bald, but he has a bunch of tattoos with like the raisin sun from like those raisins on it.
His name Chad.
Hey! Hey!
Yes?
You kids have pets?
I have pets for days! And they all come up from like dumpsters and stuff.
Sick pets, bro. You should come on in here and hang out at my store.
What's your store?
Things and things. It's all my things.
Cool.
You looking for things?
Right? You want things?
I mean, technically.
Yeah, we'll come. Bro, I got you.
Alright, I'll bite.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, you want to come on in and try some antique flavors? I got Cool Ranch Dorito, Mountain Green Explosion. We got Sick with 5 eyes before they had to recall it. You want some Sick?
Tell me more about this sick.
It came in a can, but the bottom had the opener on it, so you could open it like this and drink it. He doesn't actually open the can.
Is it kind of a spray?
Well, yeah, you shake it up enough.
And if you
How's-
got it in your eyes,
Don't do that, bro. You could go blind, like Blind Ollie, my husband. Cuts to Ollie, who is a man with black skin, wearing a nice little like sweater outfit. He is sitting in a rocking chair. He is knitting. He's like, "Hello, I'm not blind." He's just like that.
Hello, Ollie. You said Ollie, right?
Yeah.
so Ollie, does the sick make you go blind?
It doesn't make you go blind, but it does irritate your eyes something fierce because of the chemicals they put into it. The dyes are not safe. I can't believe they've gotten safer in the intervening. He looks at himself, at his husband. Decades.
I'll take a can.
What? You'll take it? No, you'll have it, bro. He just gives you a can.
Okay.
Hey, can I get a selfie with your pets?
I turn to the Mogs and I just kind of look at them.
Well,
We've agreed.
Awesome. You stand there, I'll take the picture.
What? That's not a selfie.
It's a selfie. It's a mere selfie.
I thought you wanted to be in the picture.
No, I'm gonna be in the picture. I'm on the other side. When I look at the picture, I'm like, that's what I saw. From my perspective, it's a
Oh,
selfie.
that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah. Oh, he's just kind of chuckling to himself.
I thought it was gonna be like you were like the lazy employee being all like womp womp, shrugging your shoulders, and all the mods were like pork 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 business.
it's not how I am.
Wow.
Shirt Friday.
You're so energetic.
It'd be so cute.
He's all like, he'll take pictures of your pets and stuff around the shop. It's like, that's awesome. I'm gonna print these out.
Ooh.
Oh, what? I used to have one of those when I was a kid. It wasn't alive. It was like a stuffed animal.
That
My
was-
boyfriend made it for
That
me.
was a roller coaster of emotions. That sentence you just said had.
My boyfriend made it for me for a bunch of old
toys
toys he found.
But it wasn't alive. It's like, oh, way to make me think your pet died.
Anyway, we got the best stuff here. This used to be like, I don't know. You know what? Wait, who are you guys? Like, did you fight Fox? You fought Fox. I saw it on the screen.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Can you guys, like, hang out with me for a bit online? Like, we got a podcast, bro. And, like, having a bunch of cool kids on it would be super sick. We've been doing this since we were, like, well, not your age. Older than you. But, like, not like this.
Not like this.
He gestures to himself. Before this happened. We would podcast all the time when we were kids. It was great. We did constantly come over, we'd set up some Mountain Dew, we'd land for a bunch, we'd trash talk. It'd be me, Ollie, back when you could still see, right here. Jeremy, Jennery, Jerome, Phil, and then, we had to wear masks for a while. We lost touch with Phil. And, other stuff. It was great. You should podcast.
I don't know what that
For
is.
reference, Chad here and Blind Ollie are millennials. They're from that generation. They aged perfectly fine.
I mean, what do you do for a thing?
I ask you questions, you tell me all about your life. I edit it down to cut out like the ums and ahs and pauses and like people using the wrong words or names. Like like if I say my husband, Blind Oliver, we gotta edit that.
Okay.
And then people listen to it and they think it's cool. It's sick. It's fleek. It's radical.
Tide Pods.
Alright, I can do a thing. I can answer your questions. What questions do you have?
Oh, we'll do it later. You enjoy them all and stuff. It's all cool. I don't want to keep you here. I'm such an old man now. I don't want to waste your day, but I'll send you questions. You can send it back. We do an interview. Some of your friends look like they know how to use a camera. So
there you go. That works better.
Yeah, that'll probably work out. It's okay. So you're like feral looking. Are you feral?
Yes.
Oh man, wicked. Living out in the forest, crushing rocks with your head,
Yeah!
living off the fat of the land, Mountain Dew trees. Those exist now, right?
So Lumberjane, what's next on the docket?
Wow. Fuck this guy. Cuss this guy.
Well, we've done something that you want to do, and we
Yeah.
did something that I want to do.
So I guess we're going down the elevator now.
What?
Did you want to get off this, really high tower that's probably swaying in the wind and?
Oh, I forgot we were so high up until you mentioned it.
We're so high right now. It's amazing. I moved up here because, Ollie here has his, job. He air quotes. It's not a job. I was a scientific contractor.
Are you a spaceman?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
No, I'm not going to downplay it. It was great. Yeah, my husband's an astronaut.
That's a pretty big get.
He totally settled. It's not that hard to pick up people when you're a surfer god who also can drink 2 entire cases of Mountain Dew Code Red Extreme and have very little heart palpitations afterwards.
I guess we're leaving though.
Spring break! All right.
So, Thaco, it's up to you to pick what we do next.
I want to
Go to the red zone.
go looking for trouble.
Heck yeah. Cuss yeah.
So, are we getting some children's teeth so we can sleep on more of them? Or are we investigating Fox's house to see where his teeth come from? What kind of trouble are we looking at here?
I don't know. But we probably I don't care how Fox has so many teeth.
But we know who'd be his supplier then, and we can get teeth from them and get more Playcoins. Get all the supplies. Or we could break into the arena store of teeth and steal those.
The arena store of teeth. Like they don't just throw them away
I mean,
If they throw them away.
into an incinerator.
Oh, now I know where we're going. We're going to the dump, everybody. Let's have a fun time.
It's garbage day.
that's your tagline now.
It's a takeoff from a
Garbage.
movie. It's amazing. It's a bad movie, but yeah, at one point the guy figures out that there is no morality, so he starts killing people indiscriminately because he's a serial killer. But like they break his bit. He's like the hook hand killer, right?
Yep.
So the hook hand killer only kills people who are like dating on Lover's Lane, and he tries to like hook murder them.
Mm-hmm.
He's that kind of killer, and in the bad movie's context, they break his bit. So breaking his bit doesn't just stop him like Jason. He just starts walking around killing anyone because everyone must have committed a sin. So at one point, yeah, he sees a garbage guy take the lid off, drop the lid on the ground, and throw the garbage in the thing, but some like falls on the ground. He's like, "It's garbage day," and pulls out a gun and shoots him in the face.
What movie is that?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just a bad movie. I think Red Letter Media reviewed it. It's like
Yeah.
famous for that line. If you look up "It's Garbage Day," that clip will pop up. Anyway, you want to go to the dump?
Oh, not particularly.
Sunlight's going back to you, Jane.
Yeah, I don't know what to do, guys. Like, I don't really want to. I don't know. I don't really give a cuss. We could totally stalk Fox though, if you want. We can hide in his closet at night and.
Alright, so we're gonna see like Fox's house in the green.
You feel
I feel
like?
like we've already taken him down a notch.
I mean, it's
And
not
he's
about taking...
agreed to, isn't it always about taking someone down a notch?
So you want to take him down further, or
No,
who else would you like to
saying
take him
we-
down?
Already kind of knocked him off his pedestal.
Well, yeah, because it's this thing. I don't care if he doesn't have, or I don't care if he has a million teeth. I don't care. But then we could get teeth, which is good.
Yeah.
Because apparently teeth is money in more than one place.
I mean, where isn't it?
Alright, if you want to get teeth, we could figure out how he's getting his teeth.
Alright, let's do the mystery.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey. This looks like a job for portals.
Bonk.
Also, you guys are gonna have to figure out where he lives.
Or just portal randomly.
Just half-faced through metal. Attention, do not portal randomly through this facility. There are rooms entirely filled with crushing pistons that you might teleport into.
You're not my mom.
Why do we have these?
I literally have it listed as a trait that this location has. It just has crusher rooms. It's just Half-Life pistons everywhere,
I assume
like from Galaxy
garbage
Quest.
plus.
No, it's just a room full of pneumatic pistons smashing things over and over again for no good reason.
Pistol
Well,
They're trying to
well,
figure out how many cans they can fit in a
screw
Pringle.
this.
What was that?
Nothing.
They're trying to figure out how many cans can fit in the Pringles can.
Exactly, right? And right through the chompers.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys are what? You're gonna walk around and try to stalk Fox?
Yeah.
Alright. You guys are walking around the what dome are you guys in right now? You're in the green, so you gotta go to the blue. Alright, you get on the elevator, you head down, and the elevator stops in between locations. Like to let other people in. It looks like there's an override. A Playcoin override kicks in. So like you guys are going to the blue zone, it stops and it redirects you a 5-minute redirect to another part of the green zone. And Fox walks on. Oh hey guys.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm just heading home. He just stands there in the elevator looking at you guys as the elevator. It literally kicked you guys off to like get him home. You're in it now. You're going to his house, then he'll take you where you want to go.
How convenient.
Man,
says
Playcoins
aloud.
are so useful.
I know, right? I love that they instituted these. It's like an extra incentive to be a cool kid.
Yee.
Do extra homework, help out with chores, win fights really good. The stores can give them to you if you're like a good sport around the stores. It's a whole thing.
Ah, so they're sponsoring you?
Yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Ah,
Just like a real leaguer thing, like a league tournament.
nice.
Elevator opens up. Oh, this is my stop.
Bye.
Bye.
Not him.
Yeah, the invader.
Yeah.
Lil.
Little invader.
He's a Lil invader. From Earthbound.
So like I'll wait till the door's almost closing and then I'll be like put my hand
Portal.
in so they open. And yeah.
Perfect. Alright, yeah, he basically grabs another smaller lift that takes him to the right area of the residential thing, and it tells you where it is. There's even a directory right here on the wall that you can look up. So here in the res area, you know the section he's in, and you can just look up his house.
Just leave it alone.
Leave what alone?
Whatever you're doing.
I'm just scratching at my head a little because there's like loose hair, because you cut my hair today.
So we stuck him all the way home.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. But as you're moving around this part of the green zone, what's in the green zone?
Wait, should we
No,
be
the
in
blue
the
zone.
blue-
You're in the blue
yeah.
zone. Yeah. Oh, just him. Okay, cool. You turn a corridor, and a grown adult man kind of just like hinges into view, like you guys didn't expect him to be there, like where you were going to stalk Fox. The man.
I immediately crouch down, hiss, and back up quickly with all my pets doing the same thing.
The man looks to be about 60. He has graying, straight hair. His skin looks a little pale. He has large eyes covered with black, like big, thick framed glasses. He's wearing like a little like fedora hat and like an old timey 1950s suit with like bands on them. They're short sleeved. You know, they have those like garter bands on the arms. And yeah, he just kind of is there. Hello there, children.
Ah,
Is there a shadow and lumberjane among you? He says, looking at you two specifically and your costumes.
Yes.
My employers.
Oh, I'm gonna put my fists up because he might be the older brother.
he's too old.
I don't know. He's
My
older than
employers appreciate your ferocity in the ring today and would like to cordially invite you to a tournament of ours.
I don't really do tournaments.
Will not be a long affair. Just swipe?
No, they're,
Bug.
they're-
Swipe left.
Swipe left. That's the best board now I've ever heard.
Right?
I'm gonna put that in the glossary.
Right?
Yeah, we just swipe left it out of there. This will not be a long commitment or affair, and the prizes are fantastic.
Is this a kumite?
What it is isn't more important than what it could get you. And he like reaches into his little suit and takes out a blank white card and just gives you guys it.
Okay.
You can take it.
Yeah.
I hope to see you later. And
Hey.
Mr. Slugworth will leave.
What's the card say? What's it do?
There's circuitry on it.
Oh, I guess we plugged into something.
Don't plug it into your things.
Burner phone.
It's just a directory card for the elevators.
Ah, a secret passage.
So, you know, that's there if you want to go do that, guys.
I mean, what to go to get in trouble?
Hmm?
How could you get in trouble? It was an adult.
I don't think it's a good idea to fight in those kinds of matches
He didn't
because
say anything about kinds of matches. He just said there's an event and people want you to come and stuff.
He's all spooky
Yes, he's real creepy.
and secrety.
But then you get to solve the mystery of what's he about. And we might get some teeth out of this. He said he's gonna make it work for a while.
That is something, if you're in the training circuit or if you're around pet battles, there's a term for it. It's literally called a Mr. Slugworth will approach you, and they offer you fantastic things if you engage in their fights. They pay up. They never don't pay up. It's like pirates. They never screw you on the deal.
Nice.
Because they have a reputation to keep up.
What are the rules for these fights?
Oh, they're different. They're different. Depends on the place, depends on the night, depends on what it is.
Mm.
They're much different from league fights.
You definitely don't want Cuddlefoot to fight.
Oh no, no.
And I definitely don't want my guys to fight. And I think that you shouldn't want Teddy to fight.
But Shadow seems very interested, and I feel like if he goes, we should try and protect him.
Well, yeah, but also we go, and then the grown-ups are like, ha ha ha, now you're in the match, and that means that we're gonna kill you.
I don't think any grown-up is going to tell you what to do.
Right?
Sounds like they'll have a problem then.
Sounds like
With
their
us.
problem. Remember that time Katsuon kept an entire train of adults hostage? Adults don't really push back against kids with pets anymore. There was a period of time where they did, and that didn't go well.
They tried.
Yeah, last time they tried to push back on kids, you ended up with rogue mayhem agents going out there being wackos. They created a much worse problem.
Well, okay, if you wanna.
I mean, Teddy wanna, so.
Don't,
Teddy is up to no good.
Yep.
Make me tap the song. Alright, so you go back to the elevator.
Sure. As well.
Alright. Boop, boop. The elevator closes and starts taking you to the red zone. Base structure. There's 3 sections.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not looking at you confused, I'm just staring.
Okay, so yeah, it goes down to the red zone and lets you off in sort of like a, what would it call it? It's like a shuttle bay from Star Trek. Like it's a big warehouse with like doors that open to the outside and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it lets you off there. Yeah, big arena-looking place. Wide open spaces. Old metal and materials are stored down here. It looks like this is kind of like a forgotten warehouse. Overflow, basically, like materials for the makers and stuff. Things you wouldn't really come back for unless like the other stores ran out. So yeah, there's even like old parts of tech that haven't been broken down to their constituent pieces. So stuff from like when this place was gonna be a space station is in here. And yeah, milling about are a few adults who are just like near a wall at the back corner, near like a door, just talking to themselves. And yes, Mr. Slugworth is there.
Hi.
Hello there, Shadow, Lumberjane. So good of you to join us.
I mean,
Just in time for the next match.
Woo! How do we refuse?
You refuse?
No, how could we refuse?
Of course. Of course. Such excitement. So, how many matches would you like to participate in today?
I mean, it's late in the day, so maybe 1.
1? That's acceptable. That's fine. We do have one coming up soon. It is sort of a free-for-all.
Ooh.
Last Mon standing wins.
Cool. I mean, Taco, you have so many months, so your chances of winning are so high.
I'm not gonna just let a bunch of guys kill my guys.
Now, there's no need for such theatrics. This is not a to-the-death match.
Okay.
Perhaps your heads have been filled with fanciful visions of dire circumstances. I assure you, this is not the case. This is merely a friendly match. In our own league.
Okay.
Let's talk prizes. What are you looking for?
What are we looking for here?
I mean, I think you're just looking for glory, right?
Yeah, I guess. So, I don't know, what's your standard rates here?
We don't trade in. We are not the type of tournament that has standardization. We fulfill needs. What is the need you need? And what is your need that has to be fulfilled?
I mean, I think we're looking for someone, right? Whether to find that guy maybe before he finds us?
Let him come.
Well, I know. Some nice candy. Yeah.
I mean, can they give you an edge in the tournament scene?
I guess sponsorship? From your associated businesses?
We have some strings we can pull on that front. Yes, if you take home the prize, we have some very exciting opportunities for you. Even if you come in last place, there is an excellent, what's the term for last place prize? There's an excellent arrangement.
Consolation.
Consolation offered.
Ah.
My character probably would have said consolation if I had provided a word.
But please! You'll like tap on the door and it'll like slide open. Come with me.
Woo! Going to a third location.
Yeah, tertiary location. He brings you into a small lift, takes you down and then sideways, and yeah, you're in a room with looks like other kids and their pets. Maybe 3 other kids are here, and they got their moms, they're talking, they're chatting amongst themselves. You got a girl in like really bright neon clothes that has dragon stitched all over them, and she has a fat, chubby, purple stuffed dragon. There is a girl dressed up as like a pop star, but like a very kid version of a pop star, like bright clothes, but they're also like dresses, but there's roller skates on them. Like it's just a mismatch of things you think like a pop idol would be like when you were like 15. She has with her a rabbit. The rabbit has like metal running through it, and like where its limbs should be, there are like little metal domes. And there are also little metal limbs that are like clearly little arcs of like energy running from them, and it moves on those. Like it has like floating limbs basically that hover around their contact points.
Little energizer.
Yeah. And there's a kid in a lab coat with like the doctor's face mask on and like big goggly goggles, leather gloves, chrome dome. He shaved his head. Big boots, and beside him is a old analog cathode ray TV with static on it and faces showing up in the static. Those are your competitors.
Nice.
Oh, Atticus is here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Oh, this cool man told me to come here and gave me a card and some candy. He said that if I won, he would give me the best hat in this station.
Ooh.
In this station.
It's a quite big station.
This station's a miracle.
I wonder what the best hat would be.
I hear it might be made out of, like, alien bones. Can you imagine the power I'd wield? I'd be a living god.
Oh boy.
Atticus, you're not gonna get the hat, and you should probably leave.
What? No, he like touches his hat and like rubs the brim a few times. No, I'm good. I'm confident.
Don't bully him.
Well, it's okay though because Scroogle's here now, and that means that anyone that gets hurt can be okay again. So even if they were lying about how bad it's gonna be, Scroogle can fix it. So it should be okay. I say, trying to convince myself.
Alright, I'm gonna pause. Alright, we're back. So, yes, there are contestants here you can talk to before the fight starts. If you want to, do it. If you want to build more assets, this will be the scene to do it in.
Can I build assets?
Anyone can build that.
Yeah, everyone can build assets.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Anything's possible with Hillary in the White House.
I'm looking at that TV kid. That's the one that worries me the most. For some reason.
You're afraid of Dr. Detroit and his pet Dead Zone?
Yes. Yes, I am. Can I just like?
I'm gonna go over to, what did you say his name is?
Dr. Detroit?
I'm gonna side up to him, and I am going to start unnerving and intimidating him
Go
by
for it.
talking about how, like, okay. Oh man, if I were you, I'd get out of here. You see that guy over there? That's Shadow. He teleported Amon's head clean off last fight I watched.
I'm not scared.
I've seen him.
Stranger.
He's an eviscerator. He doesn't just stop when you're down. He keeps going and going and going until all the pieces are scattered, and sometimes there's not even enough to put your Mon back together.
Alright. The difficulty to scare this kid is 8.
Okay.
I don't have dice. No one's fed me.
I'm sorry.
No
should
one's
be.
fed me.
Kids,
Yeah, this is what we agreed to with the Doom Pool.
I haven't had to roll anything.
I know, right?
kids survival.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my relationship with Shadow.
Oh, this is school. No, not school. Training. This is training.
Training?
Yeah, you're trash talking him before a match. You're specifically like doing trainer stuff to fear him.
Okay, so kids, training, relationship with Shadow,
Yeah.
and cheater.
Oh wait, I'm gonna use the complication. Teddy's up to no good.
Okay.
Teddy's on listening to you and acting like a bad pet. He's like, no, he's got no control for this guy. It's a 9, not an 8 now.
No.
But I put the D8 in, which means you can be up to a D8.
Okay.
It can be up to a D8?
Yeah, I had to put a D8 in the pool. Any ones? Feed me.
No, unfortunately, not only ones. I'm just debating if...
If you want to
I mean,
spend PowerPoint for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, a D8 asset is pretty valuable to you, because you add it on.
Yeah, every roll you can justify it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna spend
Why are you spending a power point?
Because you need to
to
add...
include another die.
Oh,
Yeah.
to win.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
in order
gotcha,
to win.
gotcha. Yeah, I got it. You couldn't get a 9 off of
Nope.
No, I rolled pretty bad.
You get an 8.
No ones.
No ones.
Nope.
A lot of 2s and 3s.
If you had that defect that made 1s and 2s count as 1s, you get a bunch of power points. There's a limit you can take. That's
Yeah.
all. Like if you roll 1s and 2s, they count as 1s.
Yeah.
Consider that for next session.
I know, right? It's an amazing limit to have.
I should think it's a
Okay.
defeat D12s.
Right.
So take your asset.
Yeah, right on an asset.
Okay.
You've spooked the kid. Or like other people are hearing about this too. Now everyone's kind of on edge about your kid.
Okay, I'll also try to create an asset by tapping into maybe Lumberjane's relationship. So, like, my thing for you is you always have a useful trick, and I guess to go. How do I challenge this? Do I have to go against it? That thing I know.
Oh, you want to... Okay, so how it works is I'm going to roll these dice, and that's the
Yeah.
difficulty you have to beat
Yeah.
to make your asset. What kind of asset are you going to build?
Probably also something about observing all those things, or like working with Lumberjane.
You're going to clock them?
Yeah.
Perfect, yeah. You're going to clock them in and figure out what they're like. Yeah, boop, 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 scanner. Okay, I rolled a 1. If anyone wants to activate an opportunity.
No. I need to get rid of that thing.
I know, right? So you're tackling another 9.
Okay.
That's a D8. You would need 3 to get rid of them.
No,
No,
D6,
two
D4.
up to a D4.
and once a D4, you can
Once it's D4, it dies.
roll it.
Yeah, but you can also just buy it off right away.
Yeah, but when you roll a D4, you earn that. You earn power.
I guess if you want to risk rolling a 1 or whatever, do your thing.
He does.
Do you think feed him more D12s? It's good.
Do it. I need them.
I'm just fucking with you.
So yeah, I want to tap the relationship with Lumberjane against it, right? That's how we do it?
What do you mean? What are you trying to do?
He wants to challenge the trait statement for our
Alright, what is the
relationship.
trait statement?
That Lumberjane always has a useful trick.
Alright, so how do you want to challenge that?
So again, maybe you'll be working with Lumberjane, like, oh, okay, like this person's relying on electricity. They have something like to break this up, and I guess the opposite of that would be that you don't have the trick to counter it right now.
Lumberjane just totally whiffs and doesn't help you at all.
I guess.
Sure, we'll play that out.
Yeah. I got a 1 on a d6.
I'll buy it.
Haha. Okay. So I got a 17 on a d12. So yes.
Well, you won and got your D8 thing.
Also,
What was your effect die?
d12.
You're fine. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
You capped out. There are assets in play.
Yes.
No.
Okay. So I'll mark that relationship as tabs with the dream.
So you're able to clock most of these kids, but Lumberjane, where do you mess this up?
So what's he trying to do, and how am I involved?
I think I'm trying to scope them out.
He's trying to scope out each trainer and their tricks to know ahead of time, and he is asking for you to fumble along the way so he can challenge his trait statement. Can you do that? It's specifically in the context of you always have a useful trick.
So like something to disrupt them, or we make those pets weaker.
Yeah, I don't. I'm a soft style cutesy trainer, and I was able to talk to the guy and intimidate him because that's the world of person to person.
Yeah.
But as soon as it comes to Mons, I don't know anything about it.
Man, we train you up.
I'm sorry, I can't read these guys.
Okay. So I got my 2 things up. I think we're ready for some fighting.
Alright, in that case, they'll filter you out into the arena they've got set up, and they will get ready to introduce you to your crowd. So pause. We're back. So you are brought into a room that leads into a hallway. It's basically a corridor you're walking down, and as you keep on walking, you keep hearing a slow, low rumble coming through the deck plating as people are on the other side of the door, cheering. The door opens, revealing blinding light. This part of the facility is built on the direct sidewall and has actually a transparent layer, so the blinding light from the solar rays flow on in. This is a 5-story high arena, like nosebleed seat section kind of deal. So there's just 5 layers of people in seats. Look, this might have been an observation room for deep space, like an entertainment thing that never got quite finished because they never went to space. And it's full of people in opera masks, or wearing stuff over their face, but they're clearly adults, and there's a couple hundred in this room. And Mr. Slugworth walks up to stage and starts getting the crowd riled up by basically quoting lyrics from this song. The things you're about to see tonight are unbelievable. It's a show you can't get anywhere else. Anyone who's weak of heart or is infirm or has a condition should leave the room because you will die from shock seeing what's about to go down. The crowd's totally riled up. They're all chanting the word kumite over and over again, completely against what Slugworth was saying earlier, where it's no, this is just a normal fun fight.
Oh boy, we're in trouble.
Yeah, and they basically, the wall and the floor turn into a large screen to show the arena they're about to watch, because they're not going to fight here in front of them. That's insane. To show one of the crusher rooms. It is a room completely full of pneumatic crushing devices and spinning grinders from the old waste reclamation system. And they're he's chanting, we have the arena, we have the place, we have the time, we have the power. And cuts to you guys on a screen. Now let's see if they have the fire. And there's a little lift for you guys to go down into and send your pets in.
I have a question.
What?
Are you kicked out of like legitimate matches if they find out you've been going to illegitimate matches?
Depends on the circumstances, dude.
If you kill something,
If you're the type of trainer who kills other people's pets for a big crowd bonus, probably yeah, if they find out.
I mean, like, what's the difference between like this sort of fight and like someone just like fighting off,
what's the
off the
difference in a
record?
street fight?
Yeah.
That's ultimately the question a lot of people ask. It's definitely a question the adults will ask. Like, oh, what's the difference what we did? And just two kids having a street fight. It's like, you paid the money to do it. That's the difference.
The money spoiled this.
You bribe them to get to a way worse fight than they want to get into for your entertainment. That's sick. What we do is we encourage their growth and help them get better at responsibilities and stuff through the matches to empower them. Screw you. It's true. Like that is legitimately the driving goal behind the league. It's for kids. Kumites are for adults. It's a philosophical divide. So yeah, you can send your pets on down. You can be in contact with them. You can't go to the arena. That's
what
drunk
it
talk.
Is it down a bit?
A bit.
Woo.
So yeah, you guys get little headsets and stuff. There are speakers you can call out of. It's going to be a big, grindy, crushy room. You have like screens so you can see what's going on and keep track of your pet. They've put cameras inside.
Woo.
And this room is kind of built to be a big viewing area for it.
Nice.
So yeah, your pets get sent down and the fight's going to begin.
You keep saying your pets.
Like him and the other competitors.
Okay.
There
Just
are
so
kids
we're
who are here.
clear on that.
Yeah, there's a little baby, there.
The Kumite people probably wouldn't take you after they see Cuddlefoot. They're not clear. Like, they know about you from reputation, but they haven't really seen you.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that wouldn't be impressive.
No.
We're good. Now you and Scroogle. Show. Scroogle's like a big, crazy, psychedelic monster.
Yep.
It's like a Cheshire Cat up there. What? If what?
If I'm going to be healing people here, should I be in the box with them or should I be somewhere else?
They don't need you.
They've got their
Like,
own.
they haven't offered their services to you. Like, you can just be next to Peter's character in the box.
Woo. Okay.
Alright, so the arena is a large, big crushing room. You have your assets, I have mine. Complications and assets and stuff. So, yeah, this doesn't seem like it's a contest so much as it's like, no, it has to be because I don't have any good Doom dice for this. You just released it.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I need an NPC.
Yep.
Alright, I'll separate my dice and I'll build out a nice challenge pool for the NPCs using the stuff I usually use.
Should we like a multiple NPC fight thing? How do those work in Cortex?
I don't know. We'll figure it out along the way, I'm pretty sure, right? It can't be that hard. I think I'm supposed to build one as minions and you shred them off. But I'm just gonna represent it as one trainer and like weird stuff going on.
Sure.
So yes, the crushers are going, the grinders are going, there's pistons, there's steam blowing out, there's electricity, people are cheering and chanting, it's deafening. And yeah. I rolled a 1 if you want that. No. Okay. So, the girl with the dragon, the little plushy dragon, she's like, okay, Colleen, just head on in and win. You can do it. And the dragon looks around until it looks up at a camera and waves like, yeah, it's me. You're looking at me. You're waving at me. And the dragon flips her off, takes a chocolate bar out of his little felt pouch and starts chewing on it. She's like, it's okay. He's joking. You can do it, buddy. So,
oh boy.
he is rolling a 9.
Oh boy.
The dragon is out in the open eating a chocolate bar. Difficulty 9 to best him and his powerful, the power stream he just set down.
Okay, that's a 1 with a D8.
Oh, I'll buy it.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, God.
Fine, then how about a 20 with a D8?
A 20 with a D8?
Sorry, with a D12.
What are you going to do?
Well, I guess seeing that this pet's not literally a challenge,
He's giving off this aura that's making your dragon not want to go near it. Like he has like an anti-personality bubble for being a dragon and not listening to people. That's actually his power. Antipathy.
Well, probably Teddy tries to send a normal portal at him and it doesn't jive, so he opens up a bigger portal, just sweeps it to the side and starts spinning him around.
Yeah.
And the portal just making start puking out whatever it is.
She instantly uncles because she can't stand to see her pet hurt.
Okay. Deposit in a safe space.
Yeah, she shuffled off to an elevator and just took him back up. Everyone's booing at her. She starts crying. The crowd turns on her immediately. It is not emotionally supportive. The dragon's looking at her and rolling his eyes. She's like,
I'm gonna go and console her.
She runs off into a corner.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Dragon's just eating that chocolate bar, shaking its head. It's just I thought it would be cool. I didn't need to embarrass him so much.
But hey, you're the one winning the consolation prize.
I doubt that there's a consolation prize.
I mean,
There is.
They said there was.
There is.
Yeah,
You can put your pen in this grinder and get one coin.
Alright, what is your new challenge people have to beat?
20 with a d12.
My god.
I was portals appearing all around there, spinning people around.
How much?
20 with a d12.
Monster. 12, 19, I could do 21 with... I'll spend 2 power points
Ooh.
and get a 21 with a d4 effect die. Because I didn't have any dice left.
So does it mean if I fail to get a d4 complication, it restarts? I think that's how conflicts work. Okay.
Oh wait, I get to invoke Terry's up to no good. Maybe that'll save my bacon. Yeah, so it's a d8 effect die.
Okay.
It's 21, but a d8 effect die instead of 4.
1 on the d8.
I'll buy it
I
instantly.
didn't roll this one. Another 1 on the d8.
I'll buy it instantly.
Okay. That's a 21. Okay. So I'll spend 1 power point to make it 28 with d12. So what are they doing to
Okay.
stand up to Teddy?
Okay, Atticus dog, the gem dog, runs with his mouth out directly to your dragon. It's like, bite him, I need that hat. If I don't get that hat, I'll die. He just screams at it in the mic, and the dog looks really, really excited and charging with energy, getting a power boost from the stress. And he goes to bite Teddy, and Teddy looks at you, and it's all and he's about to be all oh no, I'm gonna be killed by this dog, because Teddy's causing trouble. And the dog bites, and he bites a portal, and the portal goes into a crusher, and the crusher just hits his head a bunch over and over again, knocking gems off of him, until the portal goes away, and he's just there in the middle of the floor, and just, immediately goes from standing up on all fours with a head that's just a dog head with no gems on it, to immediately on the ground, no frame in between, X's on his eyes, Family Guy style.
Good thing he's a hardstyle trainer.
No, he isn't, he's just a normal dude. It's just a gem dog.
Is that how you sleep at night?
No, I made it back to live. He just touched his hat a little bit and it's fine. Ooh.
At least your pet listened to you. So it's not that bad. At least you're not getting booed.
Okay, what do I have to be on you?
28 with a d12.
8. Oh my god. Okay. So the pop star kid is called Super Like, and her pet is called Mecha Jordan. It's a rabbit. Hey. That's an 18. I'll spend power points to make it a 22 on a d10. What'd you get?
28.
Yeah, you can't do anything, dude.
Okay, I'm not gonna spend that obviously. Yeah, you win! Alright, so the robot rabbit starts running at you and starts charging its energy on it. It looks like it has weird light-based powers built into it to make it fast, but it's a fast rabbit.
Yep.
So it's like gonna run fast, leave a Tron trail behind it, try to circle your dragon and like throw it into the trail and like damage it.
Yep.
And your dragon looks at you, rolls its eyes, opens a portal, the rabbit goes to hit him, goes into the portal, crushers.
Teddy, you could just make him hit his own wall. He doesn't have to be crushed all the time.
Everyone is chanting, "Crush Teddy! Crush Teddy! Crush Teddy!" And Teddy's just drinking it in. Teddy is winning! He's knocked out a third consecutive opponent! He's every evil in the world! And they're all like, "Evil! Evil! Sin! Sin!"
Embodiment of sin.
Yeah, people are just chanting sin. What was that number?
28 with a D12.
Alright, well the kid who is going to be going against you is actually a kumite trainer, so I gotta change up his dice.
Ooh. Now spend 1 power point to discard his highest die.
Okay.
Yeah, so far this hasn't been much different than a regular match.
Except for all the crushers.
Well, yeah, you could have asked for that in the other thing too. Like,
Yeah, but it's usually not a free-for-all. It's looking a little more brutal. They're not really letting uncles cut as soon as they should be and stuff. You know, it's not supposed to be a phantasmagoria tableau of, like, nightmare organs being ripped apart. It's like, it's an adult fight. The adults want an adult fight.
Like, kids usually don't cry at the end of it.
Ah, this is bad. It's embarrassing. They're just really ripping into you 10-year-olds. Okay, so Dr. Detroit snaps his fingers and Dead Zone's been in the TV this whole time. This fight's lasted a little longer than 3 entire turns, by the way. Like, there's been stuff going on in the background, but these are the decisive moments where the Evan Dragon, Teddy, has just been crushing the competition. Yeah, he snaps his fingers and the TV is on the ceiling, drops down, like, near Teddy and smashes, and the static starts oozing out into, like, a large series of swirls and jaws and eyes.
nice.
Dead Zone, interrupt his signal. Stop him from doing what he's doing. Shut it down. Yeah, the Dead Zone originally was a fox, so it has like a foxy outline to him. But he like flows like water and like electricity. He's dark type. if there were such a thing. Oh my god. I take the highest die out?
Yep.
A monster. Do I have a reroll power? Can I do that?
Do you have an SFX, Devon?
No, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't got nothing. I don't got nothing. I don't got anything for you. I can't stop you. Oh boy. You really screwed me up.
Well, I'm sorry I've changed up some of the SFX to be,
They're good.
lighter.
They're good SFX. 5, 8. I can get 18. I can't beat a 28. Are you drunk?
Okay, then
Wait, Teddy's thing. Up to no good. Yeah, well, roll like a normal person. 16, 19, 22, 24, maybe.
Nope.
Okay, so Dead Zone comes out and starts to try to like create enough interference that'll shut down your pet's powers. Like he's trying to like disrupt your power fields basically, so you can't teleport. And yeah, Teddy's looking like he's on the outs. He's not doing too well. He's like choking and stuff. And the fox pounces on him, and he just gets up, snaps his fingers. A portal goes in front of him, and the fox goes into the same one crusher. And yeah, it looks like jam in like a jam maker. Like there's just static clinging from everything splattering around. And like the kid's like, no, don't do that. That's clearly a trick. He's baiting you. He's baiting you. It's a psych out. He's rope-a-doping you. And the fox is a fox, doesn't know any of these highly specific cultural terms, and just goes right to the crushers. And people are cheering. That was a great match. They're throwing coins down at you.
Woo!
Like old days money. Bad old days money.
Oh.
That's
Whatever.
still, they don't use it anymore. It's rare. It's like a token to show how cool you are. They're saluting you.
Well, maybe I can cash that in at Fabian's. He probably takes this shit. Yay!
Cuss. He takes his cuss.
What?
You said shit.
I said yay.
No, you said he takes the shit.
Oh, okay.
I said cuss.
Okay, sorry.
That's all. It wasn't even a thing. It was just me doing that thing we do.
Kumite, kumite.
Yeah, everyone's like, kumite, kumite.
Oh goodness.
And yeah, Mr. Slugworth approaches. He puts his fist up. Everyone stops talking. He grabs the mic from like the ceiling, cord that's there, like a boxer basically. And he's like, "Come up, Shadow."
Just Teddy opposite portal just emerge there on the stage.
Everyone loves that. He like grabs her hand. He's like, "We have a winner!"
Woo.
Yeah, everyone's cheering and chanting, "Shadow, Shadow."
The shadow of all things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a great time. Everyone's like cheering along. That's pretty much it.
Woo.
There's not much more to go over.
There's no, second layer boss here. Okay, now fight the big one.
Yeah, you just went to an illegal match, an underground tournament. Wasn't too bad. It never is.
See, the first one's not easy, and then.
Yeah, no, that's literally it. They never make the first few ones hard. That's insane. Are you drunk?
Yeah. First have to, coax them in, and then once they get a taste for it.
Exactly. So yeah, you asked for whatever you wanted for your prize, and whatever you wanted was sponsorships and endorsements. So they'll be in touch about that. That's a little more ephemeral than physical objects. Like he'll take you to a back room later, explains like this is a little more ephemeral than, and he gestures to a head display with a hat made out of white material with like Tron lines in it. There's the top of it has what looks like an atomic symbol on it that's pulsing with power, like the flux converter. The bill is made of that gold that astronaut helmets are made out of to like shield you from the sun.
I think you should just take the hat.
I mean,
It's audibly golden. Like, it's giving off a hum, it's so fancy.
I mean, if I take the hat, I'd just be rubbing it in for the rest of his life.
No, you take it so you could give it to him.
But why would I do that? I won!
And you got the glory. Isn't that what you wanted?
I did it because it's fun.
Hey, I want that hat, Mr.
Slugworth. Which someone mentioned to you last city. They're like, watch out for Mr. Slugworth.
He's a Slughorn.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
fudged it. Just correct it in your head.
I just assumed it was the character getting thrown.
No, I just got it wrong because I'm drunk. At all times. Slurring my words, forgetting names. But yeah, he's affable. It's like, if you'd like this specific prize, we do have a tournament coming up tomorrow.
I shouldn't fight in these fights.
Okay. We would never force you. He just removes the hat from sight.
Probably for the best.
I mean, you could steal it. That would be
Shadow,
wrong.
I'm disappointed in you.
What, they didn't do it faster?
You didn't take the hat for our dear friend.
What's his name? What's
such
our
an
dear
easy
friend's name?
Hattigan?
Nope.
That's what his nemesis is going to be called, Hattikin. The crime hat. You don't want Space Hat to power up Hatticus Finch? You don't want to give him unlimited power?
I mean, unlimited power of him is like, the power of hats.
Yeah, it'd be really good. You could level him up to the next threat level. You unlock a social link.
Nah.
There it is. No, fudge that guy. We can unlock social links when we get to Vila.
I have my own social link here, Teddy, just scratching him. I stay still up to no good. Just a little portal there, it's that scratching of the paint from that.
It's not paint. It's made of the material it's made of.
Yeah, just joking around. Okay.
That bill is made from gold, some sort of gold polymer. It doesn't scratch off. Not solid gold, that'd be a crazy person's hat.
Unlike what it is now.
No, not like it is now. No, and there's going to be a hat that's made of solid gold, and it's just like a baseball cap. And he's going to be like the perfect hat. And it's going to like immediately like start straining his neck. He's going to be like this the whole time. It's like, you don't understand. With this hat on, I have power.
Heavy is the burden.
Heavy is the burden. My head's really warm.
So, gang, what do you want to do?
We did my thing.
Do we still want to go and stalk Fox, or
Real fun.
are we done?
Like, I'm curious about why he has so many teeth.
I mean, it's late evening. He might be going to bed soon.
Yeah. He probably still, observes his proper nap times, sleep times, and so on. So if we're quick, take this express elevator.
For one Playcoin.
So if that's what you want to do, Taco,
I guess so.
we know where he lives.
You get into the elevator and punch in his private home. Boop, boop, boop. You're on the same block as before. This song is called Carton of Smokes, Half Smoked. It's my adult theme. Or like adults.
Death sticks.
Yeah. So, what do we got here? Yeah, you're in a, people district, the residential area. And yeah, there's a wing or like a section where he lives, where his door is. And you're there. You're here. People are filtering out. It's getting to be late night. A lot of folk are turning in for night shift. Some people are waking up because they are night owls. Ooh.
So, what does he live in? Or
There's a door that goes into an apartment inside the residential structure. One of his apartments is actually like outside facing, so like you actually have windows to space if there was some space. But now that it's nighttime, the panels don't have sun in it anymore, so now it's just like reflected night skies and stuff. Weird stretched out constellations.
Okay, so I guess I'll eyeball, which floor will it be? And then start opening a portal there, opening a portal here, just so you can all spy.
Alright, let's challenge you a little.
Do it.
Ha ha ha. 11.
Okay, I'll tap my problem solver distinction here. You get a PowerPoint. I got a 13 with D12.
Okay, so you were instantly able to find out where you need to go.
Huzzah.
You find his room. He's like what? Like do you wait for him to leave? Do you peek in through the closet? Do you go into his room?
I guess didn't want to just look at how he's getting the teeth, or I guess like as he leaves, we just open another small portal, just like ram it underneath his pillow to see whether there's any teeth yet. And if not, then we'll just...
Okay, under his pillow, when he's not in the room, you portal in and start rummaging. Do you come with? You guys all just go into his room?
Well, I was just gonna stay in the closet all night to watch.
Alright, you're in the closet. You're gonna go through his room. Under his pillow, there is a drawing of him. A terrible drawing of him holding hands with, like, his uncle.
Okay.
It's under his pillow.
I leave it.
Oh, he's coming back.
Oh no, portal back! Into the closet.
Into the closet. Alright, let's pause and wait to see if Tyler's in on this. Okay, we're back. So, where are you all right now? I know Peter and Nicole are in Fox's closet. Did you also?
Yeah, I'm with them.
Alright, you're all in his closet, peeking out. It's like a door that opens sideways, basically. Like a Star Trek door. Yeah. So his uncle comes in. His uncle looks like a man who's an uncle. And he reads him a bedtime story, kisses him on the forehead. He turns on like a little
nightlight.
Rocket ship nightlight, and yeah, the kid, after the uncle leaves, he gets up out of bed for a bit, hugs Lil, they read together for a few hours. You guys kosher for all this? You should watch.
I'm gonna probably fall asleep with my.
Because someone's reading a story calmly.
Also with my tooth underneath a scribble.
Okay.
Ooh, maybe I'll get infinite teeth from falling asleep in the same vicinity as where he gets infinite teeth from.
Ah, you have the infinite teeth disease.
Oh god. Anyway, he's getting sleepy and nodding off, reading, I don't know, The Hobbit, probably. That's a cute book for kids to read to their pet. And, Lil goes under the covers. He goes under the covers, like Lil's just resting her saucer on the pillow beside his as he pulls the bed sheets up to both of them. He kisses her goodnight, and he instantly falls asleep.
Aww.
5 minutes go by and nothing happens.
I guess we're taking a shift watch something.
15 more minutes go by, and nothing happens. Is there any action you take before the next half hour go by?
I'm sleeping. I was told the Tooth Fairy would give me money.
I'll take out my bat.
The beat of the Tooth Fairy.
Right? Okay. Half an hour goes by, just as you think nothing's going to happen. The room that he's in, with the window looking out outside into space / the mirrors that are angled up, flooded with light. There's a rustling outside. There's flashing lights and a hum, and like you see stuff in his room levitate ever so slightly, like in a pulse. There are shapes outside the window. You can see from the closet. Light is pouring in from the crack you guys have open, and you see things moving. Do you wake up?
As soon as stuff starts happening, I gently shake her away.
Alright, the scariest nightmare imaginable is starting to play out here.
The strangers, and they're not on a train.
This song with the whistling part is actually playing, like dolphin music or like whale music.
Do they come in the room?
You see shapes outside the window. You can't quite see all of them because they look like they're big, and like you every once in a while see like a pseudopod or like what looks like a thin, bony hand touch the window glass. What is this? Is this like a techno remix? What's happening? You're ruining my scene. Okay, we're back. It doesn't suck anymore. Do you guys take any action?
I'm gonna get ready. Like, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get ready to run and/or try to rescue Fox. But I'm not gonna go out yet.
Yeah, I'm still not really clear on what's happening, so I'm just gonna keep walking.
He has like a little bathroom in his room because that's just how these facilities were built. The bathroom door slides open and strobe lights come out of there, and like you know how strobe lights make it seem like you see only every other frame, so it's like stop motion. In stop motion, shapes are coming out of the bathroom.
I started recording this. This
Your
will
phone
be-
is not doing well.
Oh no.
So Kevin here, he can't override weird power stuff.
Oh no, why don't we have a panopticon here?
Exactly. So yeah, these figures, they look like gray aliens, but their bottoms are like stretched out to like pseudopod tentacles and stuff. They have the long bony hands. They have smooth faces that are pulled back. You can see like holes going down the back of their head that like that whistling flute music comes out of. And they're very quietly making that as they're in the room looking around. They're like touching the wall. They don't really have eyes. They're like big and milky white. And have little black dots in them like a reverse space. And they're just touching around. Little invaders, like little googly eyes, kind of wake up, and it's just kind of watching them. There's like 5 of them in this room right now.
Does she emote at all?
It's just watching them with its eye. She's watching them with her eyes.
Okay. Okay.
One of them goes under his pillow. It reaches a hand under his head. Slowly pulls out the picture. They all like put it near their faces and they'll kind of like hold it. And then one of them takes out what looks like a lotus pod, like a flower bulb that looks kind of slimy, and like opens it and pulls out a child's tooth, puts it under the pillow, pats him on the head gently, and they all start to retreat to the bathroom.
Should we intercept them? Should we confront them?
To what end?
To get that pod that grows children's teeth.
Why?
Because teeth are money, apparently.
Here, which is the place that we will soon be leaving.
I mean, I think Vila's pretty, pliable when it comes to such things.
So are you guys having this conversation in the closet?
Just whispering about
Just
teeth.
whispering back and forth, yeah.
Teeth. Come on, let me get these teeth. One of them like looks to the closet. Like, you see, like when you guys are talking and like you look back, one of them is like dead-eyed looking at the closet.
I'm gonna open the closet a little bit and like poke my head out. I'm gonna wave.
It's gonna like approaching it close to you with its milky white eyes.
I'm gonna like show them that I have a tooth in my hand too.
It like just kind of feels around you and it just retreats back into the bathroom. You see them outside the window, like floating like they're in water against the glass, tapping on it and whistling, and they slowly leave, and the flashing strobe lights end. Nothing else of note happens in the night.
I guess we don't sleep this night.
They look scary, but like they also look like animals
Yeah, like they look like they were octopuses or something.
or something.
Okay, well that's a thing. I guess they really like his art.
Well, I guess that was a waste of time in the end.
What?
At least we know why it happened.
You could have made friends with them, you could have interacted with them. There's a billion things you could have done.
Learning is its own reward.
Is it? Is it really? Well, I guess we can exit this room and go to our nice league champion arena hotel and...
They have like a traveler's quarter set up for y'all.
Fine.
It's not like some sort of big lunch. It's very luxurious by our standards today, but by their standards, it's not super luxurious. It's like a place, there are multiple beds, it has a nice big bathroom, they have like a big soaker tub in it, you know, it has amenities, a food dispenser, like, it's a nice place. It's not like made of solid gold with like 4 poster beds.
Not yet it isn't.
No, you need that hat to unlock that. The hat's like a key card for the secret room.
The golden card.
The astronaut room.
You eat some moon pies.
The moon room.
Get some 0G sleeping quarters.
Luna Imperium. So, yeah, that happened. Do you want to investigate that? Learn more about it? Poke at it? It's up to you.
Sure, how do we investigate this?
I mean, you got the kid. The kid puts pictures under his pillow. He clearly knows something.
Yeah, so what? Do we want to confront him today or let him sleep?
I mean, it's the daytime, but the night passes.
Okay. Might as well.
Yay.
Hey, Fox.
Alright, you see Fox the next day. I'm going to change it from the alien invasion theme from Earthbound to something less... The next day.
Woo.
Yeah, he's walking with his briefcase, he's got some breakfast, a parfait cup, Lil Invader has a parfait cup. Hey, morning guys!
Morning.
Ow.
I have
He's touching the handcuff. Chafes.
I have questions.
Yeah, okay, what's up?
Why do aliens take your drawings and give you teeth?
Don't talk super loud, you're gonna scare him away. That's a tooth fairy.
But that's the reverse of a tooth fairy.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe not all tooth fairies work the same way. Did you ever think of that? I bet you didn't.
So when did this start?
I did think of that, and then immediately discarded that idea because it is stupid.
Not really. I mean, Sasquatches exist, and dinosaurs exist, and
But all Sasquatches are the same.
squiggles exist.
But reverse Sasquatches don't exist.
Yeah, they do. That's just a people, right?
Also, there are different varieties of Sasquatches.
yeah.
Oh,
And Draculas.
Cave Draculas, buff Draculas, metal Draculas.
Whatever that boss one was called.
It was like a muscle Dracula.
Yeah.
So maybe this is a
So, I don't
picture
understand.
fairy.
So have you decided now that this is the Tooth Fairy and that we're okay with it?
I mean, yeah. Like, I'm not okay with the fact that that's what the tooth fairy is. That's scary.
I mean, clearly that's not a tooth fairy. That's a picture fairy that pays with teeth for pictures.
No, it's just a different kind of tooth fairy.
I mean, I caught a glimpse of one the first night I saw them. They look like what adults would talk about fairies looking like. Right?
I do not agree with that.
They make time go weird, or you fall asleep when you see them and stuff. They trade you things. They fix your shoes. That's a fairy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I moved here to, live with my uncle and stuff, just to be here. It's got good schools and stuff from Vila. Like, I come from Vila. And, one night, it was in my room. It looked sad, so I drew it a picture, and we hung out with me and Lil and him, or it. And then it left. And then every night, his friends and him would show up. And I draw pictures for them.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I guess maybe it takes teeth from other kids that it gives them money for, and instead pays you in teeth and to pay for the drawings.
I never really thought about it. They're just good friends. They don't like being looked at or observed.
Oh,
Sometimes it makes them crazy.
that's good to know. That's very good to know. Huh. Well, I don't think I have any more questions. questions. That's just a thing that happened, I guess.
Well, maybe.
Do you want to know what happened outside of your character?
Sure.
There's a little colony of these guys up in orbit.
Ah.
They live in like a kind of like a sargasso. You know how like bacteria in the ocean will collect together into like a little thing creatures live on. There's a little sargasso in lower orbit, from like when the clouds die and float upwards like a fish in a tank. And these things live there. They're like dolphins. They just saw this from space because it gets bright and it's shiny and it gives off light, so they visit every once in a while. That's it. It's actually a little mundane.
Womp womp. We didn't get to go to space.
Yeah. It's just, a pod of dolphins. They're highly intelligent.
Where do they get the teeth from?
Oh, they grow those.
Like all dolphins.
No, like they took one of his teeth because they put two and two together because they're dolphins and dolphins are smart. They put two and two together for what's going on. The kid needs the teeth for something. So they just took one under his pillow once, put it in one of those little pods they have, and it just grows clones of it.
Time to steal some.
No, after the first 50 teeth the kid put in, the lead guy started like DNA scanning the teeth and it's like, nope, there it is. I'm not going to ask more questions. That'd be invasion of his privacy. He has 350 teeth in his last 2 months. I asked his uncle if he wanted to go to the doctor. The uncle took him to the doctor. It seems fine. I'm not going to ask questions. Not my business. That kid's fine. Whatever. He's the exception to our otherwise very stable system of rewarding kids for being good kids.
Our very stable system of how many teeth we have.
I'm not going to ask any more questions. Eventually he'll age out of it.
Children's teeth look like children's skulls look really freaky as it is because they have like the baby teeth and the grown teeth in them. Like his skull would be so teeth.
I mean, be like Sean, just going from the back to the front, and
it'd
eventually.
be like so.
It'd be like the baby was born and opens his mouth and just teeth start falling out. Like it was like it ate a bunch of gum or jawbreakers.
Like just opens his mouth and just.
Like it's like here's your
teeth.
new baby boy, and the actor they use for the baby boy is like a 3-year-old baby, like they do in TV shows. And the baby looks up, it's gonna say something, opens his mouth, and just endless amounts of teeth falling out. And they're like, we're not gonna tell this one about the tooth fairy. I feel like I'll complicate things.
We don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, no one does. I'm not gonna draw attention to this kid.
The friggin' the tooth thing from that show.
Oh god. But this establishes 2 important facts. The world is weird, which we've been establishing this entire show, and adults sometimes just check out. They don't go down the rabbit hole. They don't poke past the surface. They're just like, he did his due diligence. He's like, is he scamming the system? No. Good kid. Benefit of the doubt. Sure. Is his uncle? Probably not. That's ludicrous. He went to the doctors. He doesn't have like teeth, bone, cancer, disease. So the kid is safe. Has an unfair advantage. Whatever. He's going to put up with it for a few years. It'll be fine. I am not going to investigate this at all. Not my place. I'm going to ignore it, actually.
Doesn't matter, it's just play money anyway.
Yeah, like that's how adults work when things get weird. They just shut down. They just stop being curious unless there's like a danger they have to deal with.
Danger zone.
Yeah. Fox, he runs this place because he has so many Playcoins. And like you encounter it all the time when you're in here. Like you'll be getting food and like your order will get skipped for someone who paid a Playcoin to get like an exclusive order. So it's all like at a burger stand, they were making you a burger, right? And they're like, oh, sorry, it's the person next to you. They cut the line with a Playcoin.
Let's leave this place.
We should establish this in the villa.
It is a silly place.
Yeah, if you want to do another kumite fight, you can. If you want to do another battle in the arena, you can. If you want to talk to people with communications or like engage in roleplay with your family, you can. Other than that, there's not much else to this town. It's a functional, highly advanced city. It doesn't have any adult problems.
Like,
Except for the kumite.
That's not even really a problem. Like, it's not an existential issue to the city.
Well, I guess it's time for us to make one then.
Also, these places might gain them later as you come back in Season 3 for the tournament arc, where you go city to city on the circuit.
Whoa.
Engaging with badge earning. Each city is like a big challenge that earns you a badge.
Nice.
That unlocks the Gauntlet League, the ultimate test.
Oh no.
The Elite Four.
And Gary.
Gary.
Oh, it sounds like we're getting low on energy here, and it's a good place to
This was
live.
just a nice little, quirky little town. You know, you get some fights, you do some role playing, you meet some stuff. I telegraph some stuff for the next session, and yeah, we can just end it there if folk are okay with that.
Yeah. Like I wanted to get that hat, but I don't want to have to fight the thing and whatever.
I don't care about that
There's
much.
a baby Kumite League.
Yeah, don't you want to get into a fight, you screwball?
Like his biggest attack is a D6.
Sad.
Yeah.
I mean, your dice matter. Remember, your dice are power.
It's a combination.
Yeah.
How many D12s do you have?
1.
It's pretty good. It's more than most.
I have
Well,
3.
I guess we'll call it for the night, and that's okay. I was Devin,
Nicole.
Tyler?
And Peter.
and this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.